Oh, we can see that you don't have your pants on, Simon. How embarrassing. Hopefully I got that on the stream.
He has beautiful legs.
Yes,
Doesn't
I
he?
have,
Beautiful,
I have
I tell
beautiful
you.
sweaty legs today.
Oh, should we change the sign to beautiful sweaty legs content? Warning, beautiful
Yes, we
sweaty
should.
legs content. And I
We
believe
should.
we're live. Welcome everyone to this edition of the Creature Conference.
Good evening.
We
Good
are
evening.
joined today by Hydra,
Yay.
Moloch, and Flynnhammer.
Hello.
Let's see if I can fix your windows. I'm just breaking things here. Don't mind me.
Okay,
Before
first
we-
things first, open up your beers, gentlemen.
Oh, I gotta fetch my beer.
Cheers. Here it is.
Cheers.
Yes.
Here.
In German we say sometimes ein Prosit der Gemütlichkeit.
Oh, Jesus.
Prosit?
Come on.
I've heard
It's
ein
very-
Prosit.
It is very old school. Very old school.
It sounds old school.
Yeah. So old school, it's so old, even old school forgot that it was there.
So old it's new again? Is this what's happening here?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Okay.
Even older than old.
Yep.
Like,
It's ancient school.
What does it mean?
yeah.
Simon, tell him.
Post. You know what post
Post
means?
is like cheers, right?
Cheers to what would to comfortness.
Yeah, something
Didn't-
like this. I'm sure there has to be a better word in English, actually.
Didn't your
Like
your
comfortless.
Norn just say it's cheers to Bavaria? I thought we didn't
No,
like Bavaria.
It's a
No.
thing in Bavaria.
It's what?
People say that in Bavaria.
Ah, because the Bavarians are the weird nationalists, right?
Yeah.
They're weird. Let's stay with that. They're weird.
Okay, sorry. I don't want to start some kind of like national conflict or anything.
Yeah, but no, it's true. You're right on point, actually.
If you guys want to make fun of any Canadians, make fun of the people from Alberta,
Okay, why?
because it's like Texas North.
I see.
It's
Interesting.
ridiculous. Like they're the ones that are like they don't want to get vaccinated, all that junk.
Okay. Oh.
The weird thing about I did never have much to do with Bavaria. Like I didn't like the soccer team, but that was everything until I went to the army.
Yeah.
And in my room, there were in my unit there were basically just people from Eastern Europe or from Bavaria,
Yeah.
and I was one of two coming from West Germany.
Yeah.
And we were definitely outnumbered. And yeah, that was the time when I learned to know people from Bavaria a bit. And
Yeah.
I know people in the army are not, the best representatives for any. But I learned during that time that Bavaria has its own national anthem, and that bewildered me pretty much.
Yeah.
And there was even this one dude, like when everyone was allowed to put posters up inside the lockers. There
Yeah.
was the first thing those Bavarian dude put in there was the Bavarian flag, and I was like, well,
Weird.
look at the others having all those flashy pictures there, and you're hanging up your flag. What kind of
It gets me
kind of
going.
weirdo are you?
It gets me going.
It is a flashy flag, isn't it?
It's a flashy flag, yes.
Ew.
All the blue
Is
and
it really
white.
flash?
Ooh.
Okay, hold on. I'll be right back. One sec.
That's a lie. He fled.
While Flynn, are you here?
Yes, I am here.
While I am off checking something, Flynn, can you get us started by talking about your June Stealer investigation that you did this week?
So this week I wanted to find out who actually came up with the original idea for June Stealer. So to cut a long story short, I had to troll through all of the Creature Conference streams, and it wasn't in there.
Okay.
Turns out it was in one of the Warhammer preview streams. And yeah, so it wasn't even on the Creature Conference stream. And
What?
we've only got like 6 people here, but is Kaijan here? Because it was originally his idea where he said we definitely need a Gene Stealer month. And it then spiraled from there, where we have Brian Naisbitt thinking of calling it June Stealer Cult, and then Sam Zokai calling it June Stealer. And that's where we got to, and obviously now we're in June Stealer, and we're getting on from there. Arrived is Attilia, Spookiest Boneman, and Bargheist. And Attilia has a question for you, Hydra, of where in Germany do you live? You recently did some work for an artist which is exposed near Hanover. Answer it if you want to, don't dox yourself too much.
I am living in the Ruhr area, which is about 2 hours drive from Hanover.
I was actually born near Hanover.
Ooh. Oh, I saw that. I saw in your Insta stories that thing you put up there. You worked for something for an art exhibition, right?
I don't remember. I'm old, you know.
No, I meant Atelier AG.
Yeah.
And yes, you are old.
I don't remember. I'm old. No, sorry. Sorry, bro. I have no idea right now. Really not.
Obviously, I know with everyone. I also found out about someone's project for June Stealer, which we haven't seen any work on. I'm not going to spoil it if you guys can't remember it. And Atelier just replies to Hydra saying he did some woodwork.
Ah, nice. Cool.
Okay.
Tom
So
Wilson there. Hello, Mr. Wilson.
Mr. Wilson. So while we wait for Nick to get back, we'll go. So what are you two working on then? We'll start with you, Hydra.
Well, I am still on the slug streak, and I'm desperately trying to finish off my entry for Slug Wizard Spring, which was ending on Sunday, as I've been last week, and I managed to put some work into my slug. I will try to get into focus here, which is working somehow. I'm not sure if it's working properly, but yeah, I'm honestly pretty happy with the paint job I have here so far. Yeah, I will basically just need to finish off the metallics and then put everything together, and maybe just clean up a few things and add a layer of gloss and everything. And just in case you have been living under a rock these days, or if you're watching this until Sunday, you still can jump in on the Slug Wizard Spring action, and you can check Slug Wizards on Instagram and follow their instructions, because I have made additional Slug Wizard that would go, if they would stand next to each other, they would probably work well together as an apprentice and a mentor or something like that.
So you need to donate the most money to the charity so that you can win your own slug?
Yes. Yeah, probably. I will try to get a few tickets myself. Would it be fair? So if you donate $10, you get a nice pin for that and a soundtrack.
Yep.
And for every €5, for every $5 you donate, you get a raffle ticket for this wonderful slug wizard here. And yeah, I will basically just get the names from the slug wizards and then raffle it off.
Paint it, or you're gonna let them paint it?
No, it will come unpainted, so everyone can have with it their own way.
Smart.
Oh, that sounds gross. Everyone
Only
can
to
have
you.
it their own way with the slug wizard. Ugh.
Only to you,
Yeah.
man. Only to you.
Oh man. Simon said it.
So I have to say it was great fun to build it a second time, and I can only encourage everyone who does conversions, like, do the same conversion again and see where it leads you, because I did few things differently and it all went way faster than the original Slug Wizard. And I think there's in the details there's not much difference between those two.
Yep.
And it just went like double as quick because I knew my way around how to scout those slug eyes. And yeah, there are a few things that I think I like about the new one even better than on my
Nice.
first take.
Marco, do you have your audio on your YouTube? I'm getting an echo, and I think it's coming from you.
No, I don't.
Weird.
It's completely silent. Sorry, it's not me.
That's fine. I was just like, I was hearing Simon as well. I don't know if you guys already covered it. Did you cover the questions in the chat?
So we have done a few, but we started talking before we had nothing. So Hydra Tillia goes, he thought if you were near there, you could go and see the exhibitions, because unfortunately he can't because of COVID restrictions. And he says your Slug Wizard is so good, he really thinks you have a great chance for the Slug Wizard Spring.
Oh, that's kind. I have to admit, I hope so, but I don't want to get myself too much into that train of thought because, yeah, I am really bad with competitions, and because I get like overexcited for things,
Yeah.
and yeah, getting my hopes up and then being disappointed is worse
See,
than just
though that's not good for competitions, that's really good as an artist. I think that's why you produce such good shit, because you get really excited about stuff. And then you're like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And then you like see it through to completion, and like it's good for everyone else.
yeah.
Yep.
Interesting way of looking at it.
Yeah, totally.
He asked what have you missed. You haven't missed much.
Oh, he missed the
Absolutely.
investigation. Did you talk about your investigation this week?
Yeah, I cut it a bit short, but so Peter, basically, I found out who was the person who originally came up with the idea for Doom Stealer.
Wait.
And it was-
You're not setting this up properly. So Flynn came to me and
Okay.
said, "Hey, I'm gonna go through all of the streams and like basically watch all the streams over again, because you have to like parse through them to look at the comments to find out who was the first person who ever came up with June Stealer." And I said, "That's very sweet of you, Flynn, but that sounds like a shitload of work. Are you sure you want to do it?" And he's like, "Yeah, no problem. I got this." And how did it turn out?
As soon as I found out you can search transcripts on YouTube,
Mhm.
it was done within about half an hour.
Yeah, but see, hours you spent before you found that out that I'm worried about.
Well, I did narrow it down first of all with mine and your post for the first mention of Doom Stealer on Instagram. So I knew it could cut out quite a few from there.
Okay.
And then I knew it was around the time of doing the Creature Conference streams. Even though I know you said like it was November.
I swear
It
someone first
definitely was.
mentioned it in November, but I guess not.
Yeah. I did actually go back that far with the other streams when I was using the transcript.
Yep.
As soon as I realised it's not on that one, I checked one of the other Warhammer preview streams. I can't remember which one it was, and then it was the one on
Said February.
date of it, the February 20th preview stream, where I remember correctly, you missed the Bellacore preview on the stream.
Oh yeah, because I'm an idiot. I love Bellacore, and I missed the fucking preview.
That bit was funny. And the two people who came up, so Kajan originally came up with the idea of saying we should do a month for Gene Stealers like we did with November.
Yep.
And then it was, I'll get back to it, Brian Naisbitt who suggested the name for June Stealer Cults.
Yep.
And then Sam Dokai said June Stealer, and we went with June Stealer.
So it was a three-way.
And,
It was a triumvirate.
Yeah,
Of
so
brilliance.
triumvirate. So So we have Kaznan as the patriarch of initially the idea.
Nice, I love it. Yeah, go on.
I'd say Brian as. Oh, who would Brian be? I'd have to say Sam would be the Magus,
Yeah.
and I think Brian, that's a bit too rude, would be the familiar.
Wait.
In this situation, I'm thinking of he's come up with the idea, and then someone else has spoken louder with a slightly different one.
Wait, so Brian Naismith is the familiar?
Yeah, the little tiny gene stealer familiar.
And who's the Magus?
That would be Sam Zokai, because he came up with the final idea of Gene Stealer.
Okay, and I appoint you Primus because you did the work of actually researching this shit, and you've been posting about it a shitload more than I have, so thank you.
I've actually gone through not just on the Gene Stealer hashtag, looking through like the Gene Stealer hashtag as well.
Yeah.
Because obviously, the more we can spread the hashtag, the better. I have seen a few people adding the hashtag to all of their posts that don't necessarily have Gene Stealers involved.
You report that shit. You click those three dots and you report that shit.
Okay.
Or don't report it, but just say don't show for this hashtag.
Kazan is here.
Kajan, welcome, buddy. Did you hear the part where you're the patriarch of June Stealer? Congratulations, man. And since Flynnhammer's been doing so much work, he's also done the hard work of finding some cool June Stealer posts from this week. So I've got one up here from Minicology. Did you want to say anything about this, Flynn?
Yeah, when I first saw it, I just loved the idea of using the female Magus body. I know that is such a good piece to use in conversions.
Yeah.
And then going down with the bladed cog root of giving the whole the Adeptus Mechanicus head and everything. It just fits really well with it.
Yeah. And also cool to take the female Magus and then just like obliterate the pretty lady head.
Oh yeah. But it's also
it's so
look
pretty.
at that model.
What's
You
that?
can look at it and you could use it. Marco said it's so pretty.
Oh no, you said something about the model.
Yeah, it's just like you could put it into either a Gene Stealer Cults army, or put it into a tech
Admech?
Adeptus Mechanicus army. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know there's a little bit on one of the hands, but it looks like it would fit.
Yeah.
Just as a biologist.
Certainly. Hydra, Moloch, Hive Fleet Moloch, you got anything to say? Oh shit. About this lovely lady?
I would love to see her from the side.
Yeah, I don't think there's a view. I think it's just
Yeah, it's just the front
Other
view
stuff.
because it looks interesting what's in her left hand. I like that there's this empty right hand
like,
with that
pose.
fingers.
Oh, are you
Yeah.
seeing that right? Isn't that left? Oh, you're talking about the left side, right side.
Yeah,
Yeah, there isn't any I'm not seeing any other views on her.
but I'm totally with you in this head swap. That works just so cool to have with a simple exchange of heads such a new version of this head.
Yeah.
So for everyone not sure how to do a good conversion, basically a head swap is all you need to do. Just
Yeah.
find the right head.
Marco, did you have anything you wanted to share about this one?
Of course, I'm 100% sure that Hydra would date her like this.
Yes. The goggles, the tentacle, whatever, dendrites. Yeah,
Right?
he'd be right up that.
How do you know I have not dated her already?
Oh. How do you know how do you think she discovered the Gene Stealer kiss? All right, gross, moving on. All right, Shifty Industries.
Yeah, so there's a little bit of a story behind this one. So Shifty actually messaged me on Instagram and he was saying like he really wanted to do something for Gene Stealer, but didn't know if it was going to get time to. I was like, whatever you can do, just do it. And you then sent me these just before last week's stream.
Yeah.
And I just loved the composition of it. Looks like the Gene Stealers. It's like you've gone World War One and you've changed one side for Gene Stealers, just overrunning a trench. It looks like it's an actual invasion, or they've risen up and just taken out the guardsmen. So the guardsmen just look like they are basically fit the trench warfare with the Tommy hats.
Yeah.
As well. It's just more of the composition and the angling of the photos I just enjoyed with this one.
Yeah, I really like that. And it does definitely feel very like First World War with all the like the guard and like the trench and all that.
Yeah, but also with a helmet. Again, such an easy head swap to give a popular miniature a completely different look.
Yeah.
Simon says, do the head swaps.
I was gonna say this episode has been brought to you by Head Swaps.
Yeah.
Marco, you have any comments about the head swaps?
It's a British helmet in the trench, isn't it?
I don't know, maybe.
I think it is.
It's a British helmet.
I've met always do the head swaps, Simon says, and he's right.
Nice. All right. Next, we've got our good friend, Creature Constructor, otherwise known as Sarah from Warp Shadow.
Yay!
Yay.
I
Cruel Rain!
just absolutely love these. Describes them as she's got an orc hybrid broodlord. Which
Oh yeah.
I just love that. The whole bit of it actually fits.
Oh yeah, he looks
the
real
theme of-
beefy.
You can see they're just taking on the genes of the ones who are infected, even though in like the lore and everything, like, with orcs it takes so long to propagate with hybrids.
Mm-hmm.
And also, if you go to, I'm going to figure out which image it is. Or the fifth image, or the fourth or the fifth image, there is a closed mouth on the orc one.
Yeah. And also, I did notice at first that she actually took an orc jaw, I think, or it looks like maybe the orc jaw from the skull kit and slapped it on there. It's really nice.
Yeah.
And those big beefy claw arms from the Tyrant Guard.
Yeah.
I love me an orky Gene Stealer hybrid. That's amazing.
It's like the color scheme, the repositioning of the arms to make the broodlords more imposing, and also the fact that she's put the Space Hulk Gene Stealers on the bases as well.
Oh, I didn't notice that. Yeah.
Even the three-armed.
The three-armed one, yeah.
Nice.
I didn't realize that until I actually just learned it. There was one Gene Stealer that has three arms.
Is it because the other one's underground?
No, because it's gone missing during the model. Well, they made the model.
Are you serious? I didn't know that.
What?
Which one?
The one.
Go to image 5, you'll be able to see it, I think.
Is the one coming out of the ground?
No, it's at the very back.
Oh my god, you're right. That weird one on the left where it's like got its leg popped up. So it only has 3 arms?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's only got
what
3 arms,
the hell? That's so funny. I have that kit. I never noticed.
I'm so sorry for the poor creature.
Yeah. Please kill that cat. It's in pain.
Well, it actually reminds me of the fact that like Gene Stealer hybrids sometimes have 3 arms.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry for them too.
Well,
I would be so happy with the third arm.
I just picture you carrying a beer around it constantly. Like no matter what you're doing, there's just like a beer. It's your backup beer arm.
And I'm sorry for you too.
Yeah, thank you, Marco.
You're welcome.
Sorry, buddy. Yeah, these are really great. Good choice, Flynn. And I love that orc stealer. Anyone else have anything to share about Sarah's stuff here?
I just love how she sticks still to the color scheme she has for such a long time.
Yeah.
Well, it basically is just for the orc dudes, but it's so iconic that brings warm, nostalgic memories
Yeah,
back
for
to the
anyone
Warp
who's on
Shadow.
Warp Shadow.
And that's one thing. And the other thing is that I just love the composition of how she arranged the models on the first picture.
Yeah.
So well composed, and you can see everything. And I know I always try to do my best when I picture a couple of miniatures at the same time. Marco's an expert in that.
Yeah.
But I feel like I'm always falling short, and afterwards I was like, ooh, I could have done this, I could have done that. And she's done an amazing job just placing so many miniatures on a single picture and arranging them so well.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love it. I'd say that like she has been using the scheme for decades now, and I feel like it works better for Gene Stealers than for like rank and file Tyranids, because like we kind of expect this of Gene Stealers from like the current Games Workshop schemes where like the skin is lighter, and I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I really like it.
I would like to add that I'm really, of course, I really love what she did here, but I'm even more impressed by how long her passion runs high after all those decades. Well, I know
think she's had
how it is.
breaks, but
Yeah, but she's still there. She's still pumping it out. She's still passionate about this. It's awesome.
yeah.
That's right.
Never take something like this for granted.
Yeah, well, actually, there's a lot of people like, so we'll wax model in a bit about Warp Shadow from time to time because that's where we all met, the original Tyranid forum. I don't know what the Tyranid Hive is. We don't talk about it. But yeah, on Warp Shadow, a bunch of us met, and it's been amazing. We've managed to find each other on Instagram now, and we've got like a little Warp Shadow chat group. And there's a bunch of people who like, not all of them are still doing Tyranids, but like there's a couple of people in there who are still doing Tyranids, certainly. But
Yeah,
it's good. It is a warm and fuzzy feeling. Okay, I'll move on. I love these boys. Whoa, man, this color scheme, it does things for me. So this is Wizard Change. I don't know. WZRD_period_CHNG. And
of course you like them. They're pink.
oh fuck, they're so cool. They're so cool. Not just the pink, but like I love the markings on the face. Like those kind of harken back to the old Tyranids that actually had markings on their carapaces and their faces.
Yeah.
This is a non-standard Tyranid scheme, but I feel like the pink is done very well. And I like the accents of the other colors. Like it feels very like tropical parrot sort of.
Yeah.
I tell you, whenever I get off my ass and get back to posting things on Warp Shadow, these guys are going up because this guy's got a bunch of cool Tyranids kicking around in this weird scheme that I really like.
The thing that stood out to me was just the accents around the eyes. The blue accent was just
Yeah,
the first thing.
so
that stood out.
cool. Like they're stock models, but the scheme just does so much for them, I think.
They're actually out wearing makeup.
Yeah, I dig.
The war paint.
Oh man, like the green,
Yeah.
the yellow, green, dark blue on the carapace of these guys. Oh, whoa, so cool. Yeah, I actually hadn't seen this until you posted it, Flynn, and I'm really glad you did.
Yeah.
So for anyone who's
This is
been
like
following
one of the-
along, this is a review of Flynn's story. He's been doing a very good job of sharing Gene Stealer content in his stories.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If you've missed anything, I've got a highlight going for it as well. So I just
Fantastic.
add it in there.
See, if I was a responsible human being, this is what I'd be doing on Warp Shadow. But I'm not. I'm focused on Pooch Boy.
But
Anyone?
you could
What do you
always
guys
go
want to
back
say about?
and do that, right?
What's that?
You could always go back and do that, right?
Yeah, right. I feel like the month is half over though. I'm like, oh, I'll go do it now, but still.
Okay.
What do you guys think about these?
I love what you said about the markings around the eyes. I think that was the only thing I changed in my color scheme at some point. Like doing those markings around the eyes made such a difference.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think it
Well,
adds with this. It adds just another layer, or not just another layer of color and a great contrast.
The thing that really inspired me about your painting, Simon, is that the way you chose to change the color around not just the eyes, but like the mouths and the ends of the guns.
Yeah.
I fully stole that for my new Tyranids that I'm painting now, and
Yeah.
it's so much more interesting to have that like third color scheme in there. Yeah, I think it looks so much cooler, and it also works like from the whole like. I think we've talked about this before because I remember a conversation about or baboon asses, but like the most dangerous part of the creature is a bright color, so like its mouth and its weapon.
Yeah. So it's easier to pick out for the eye, see the pokey dangerous part.
Yeah.
Which makes no sense for a predator.
No, I guess not. Marco, what do you think about these guys?
Awesome. I think painting the focal points in bright colors and underlining them is pretty much 50% of what Simon would say, change the head.
Yeah.
You're right.
Nearly as good, but not quite there. But it's good.
Nice.
No,
Peter
awesome.
Hansen actually says. So Peter Hansen goes, the blue markings remind him a bit of a mandrill, actually, even if the colours are very different. Yeah,
Oh
I
yeah.
get what you're saying. Like, it looks more natural, like it's an evolutionary trait that they're taking on.
Let's see if I can find a
That's what I
mandrill.
love
Oh no,
about
of
them.
course, my keyboard doesn't work. I won't be able to pull up a mandrill. Sorry.
When
Too much beer.
someone takes something from nature, I really enjoy that sort of stuff because
Yeah.
it does the whole bit of they're adapting, using bits from their own. Well, I'm trying to get the right word. They're taking bits that have actually the genetic stuff that are actually being gene stealers rather than we'll disinfect a planet and we'll go from there.
Yeah.
Oh, I know where you're going. Yeah.
Did I spell it wrong?
Trying to get
There you go. There's a mandrill. Oh fuck, they're so cool. How cool is this boy? It's so strange. Like, how the hell does that evolve? Oh my god.
So
Oh,
much
this is a
for
scary one.
a predator not wearing not bright colors.
Well, maybe it's to scare people. I don't know.
Yeah, agreed, but the mandrills are wearing the bright colors for like interspecies relations, not for being a predator. It's for the social function, isn't it?
Sure. Yeah, but if it did this, I would think it's a predator.
Yeah.
Well, a white shark. Just imagine a white shark. I mean,
Yeah.
if we have one predator on the Earth which is supreme, it's probably the white shark. It's totally camo.
Mm-hmm.
Of
Anyway.
course, camo, but that's on a very instinctive level. I think wearing camo comes very naturally,
Yeah.
and wearing bright colors is very Space Marine-ish. Like, oh yeah, I don't care about camouflage. I'm just here to kick your ass,
Yeah.
no matter what color I carry.
Yeah. I even heard in a documentary just recently that even the tiger is orange because he can't be brown for some strange reason. It wasn't possible to be brown, and orange was the closest color because most animals cannot see orange, just perceive it as brown.
Oh, interesting.
So even the tiger, which we perceive as being bright and bold, is camouflaged.
Nice. Okay, so we'll move on from these guys. This one's just kind of funny. So we got a gene stealer. Go for it. Talk about this one, Flynn.
It's just the whole bit of it. It's snuck out of a barrel container or whatever you want to call it, canister. It's just as funny because it's just popping out, and anyone can do that sort of simple conversion. You're just getting a little container, barrel, or anything, putting a hole into it, and putting the spare heads or the spare hands into it, and stick it on a base, and you've got a cheap model that you're not having to spend extra for, which is completely up my street for cheap conversions of making your miniatures go further.
I was thinking about this for when I was doing my gene stealer cult, that because they're supposed to be like hiding in plain sight, I wanted to do like things with like vending machines with gene stealers in them, or like a
Nice.
base that is like the right height of a model, but it's just got it's like a mound and it's got a sewer grate on top, and the sewer grate's opening and the gene stealer's coming out, just to like as kind of like ambush markers or something like that.
Yeah. Why not
Yeah.
just do an ice cream truck?
Oh fuck that! Don't go back to Alex's ice cream truck. It's so hot. Taking me back there. What do you guys think of the propane stealer?
Propane. I think it's if you make more of them, like having 4 or 5 in a row,
Mm-hmm.
and having that thing hidden on a whole table where
Yeah.
it's all about like cargo shipping things, whatever.
Yeah.
That would be pretty cinematic. Like, oh, look who's hiding inside. Just to this could be part of a very narrative setup.
Yeah. When I was working on my Gene Stealer cult board, the one that like where you lift it up and they're underground, I had a plan to do a diorama on the top of it, but I ran out of time. And the diorama on the top of it would be like a shipping container, and the Imperial, like some Imperial troopers or something, are like cutting into this shipping container, and as they're cutting it open, like just this flood of Gene Stealers come out of it. Like
Nice.
it got dropped off on the planet and it was meant to infest them, and then like the whole rest of the Gene Stealer cult is like underground sort of thing, but I did not get the chance to do it.
Sounds
It
good.
also reminds me of those old orc conversions. You
Orc?
probably
Yeah.
Oh,
know
where
what were those where have a barrel with a couple of feet sticking out
yes, I remember that.
and a walking bush.
Like blood axes or whatever, the commando
Yeah.
dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are classic. Marco, you have anything else to say about the propane stealer?
No, it's cute. Someone
It
was
is
having
cute.
fun with was just playing around. It's good. More.
I love it. He didn't use June Stealer, but he did use Warp Shadow, which I'm happy to see. All right,
Good.
next we've got needs no introduction, Navarro, and his crazy ass
Ah,
biodiversity project that spawned out from the Genome Project, and then he was just too cool for school and he went on his own. So we got a pile. I think this is a Claude Fiend Gene Stealer. Damn, that's cool. Big beefy boy, little furry. I like the
Yep.
cool like back carapace that arcs over the head.
I think my favourite is the dark one.
Of course,
The shark.
we're building up to the shark one. Easy there. So then we've got the vulture. I don't recognize these wings, but he's got like an old 2nd edition Gene Stealer head on there, I think, with the vulture sculpted in there, and 2nd edition Gene Stealer claws.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
then, oh god, these are from 2005. Holy crap! Beastmen, Gene Stealer hybrids.
Yeah, I think they're the weakest.
Yeah, for me, they're just Beastmen heads on Gene Stealer bodies. I think they could have been a little more stealered up in the
I think-
face.
I think what puts me off are those horns because they do not work with the body language.
Ah, yeah. Oh shit, Borneo's
your
here.
favourite
Welcome,
thing?
Borneo. Sorry, what was that?
It's the Hydra's favourite thing because it is a head swap.
He's got you there, Hydra. Just do a head swap.
But also,
Yeah,
he's
but do it
giving them
well.
hooves.
Careful what you wish for, jerkface.
He's also giving them hooves as well as their clawed feet.
Oh, I missed the hooves. I don't see those. Okay. And then everyone's favorite, giant shark boy.
Yeah.
He's pretty cool. He's a
Someone was
bit wacky.
doing this underwater themed Gene Stealer cult army, right?
Well, Box was working on one. So there's two people. Who was Vox Morbus, who's someone I chat with. She was doing some underwater Gene Stealer cult stuff, and she's doing like she's basically doing like Innismouth Gene Stealer cult. So like fishermen. And
Yeah.
I think she did an underwater patriarch, or an aquatic patriarch, and then Box did an aquatic patriarch as well. And I think Box did like God, what is it? BioShock? What are the big guys with the fishing helmets or the diving helmets?
Yes,
was that?
Bioshock.
The big paddy.
But wasn't it Simio Joe who made some fishy,
Oh, Symbio Joe's done that stuff too. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
he sent them to someone else who painted them up to fit into. I don't
I
know.
remember this. I remember this. Yeah.
I
So there's
remember
been a
he
couple
did
of
make
aquatic.
I'm sorry if I'm sneezing and sounding like the last human being, but to complete the pain that this heat is,
Yeah.
my allergy has been kicking my ass for the last 2 weeks.
Oh shit.
Really, really bad. I
You-
cannot remember that it was so bad ever, and most of the time I look like, I don't know. I'm wondering that I have not been stopped by the police by my looks.
Can't
Dude,
catch
we
a
need to-
break, buddy.
Huh?
You need a different head sculpt.
I need
Do a head swap.
definitely- Yeah, I need a head swap, like right now.
The last one after the shark, which everyone loves, is the Gene Stealer hybrid rat, which is kind of neat. But I really like the weird claws on the back of the hands on the rat. It's got like big, stabby claws. Any other notes on Navarro's Gene Stealers? Oh, here he is. We summoned the guy.
Woo! Someone said his name 3 times in a row.
Navarro, we're just drooling over all your stuff here in our Gene Stealer review. Everyone loves the oh shit, sorry. Everyone loves the shark, but there has been some people said that you could have done a little better on the Beastmen. Hydra took issue with your horns.
In a non-sexual way.
Yes. But I don't know. I think this guy's my favorite. I honestly think the Clawed Fiend's my favorite. It's just so beefy, and those claws
Yeah,
are just
same here.
brutal. So you guys can have your shark. I'm taking the Clawed Fiend.
Same here. The pose is much nicer, I think.
I like the pose on the shark too.
The shark is the best.
There we go. Okay, we're gonna move on
Nah,
because this is
it is
causing
not.
trouble. This I have not seen, and this is friggin' amazing. This is Overlook 40K, and looks like he used the orc models. The oh god, what are they called?
Iron Jaw.
Thank you, Iron Jaw orcs from I was gonna say Warhammer Fantasy Battle from Age of Sigmar, and like that one on the left with the 2 like bone blades and the big honkin' orc sword. Oh, sign me up. It's so gross and so beefy, and I just love it.
I'm
Sorry, go for it.
Yeah, I was saying I'm completely with you. The only thing that puts me off a tiny bit is that big blade.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it would have been way cooler without the blade. I think the right one is because it does not have this big blade.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Looks better because those
okay.
2 raised blades would have been awesome with the 2 empty hands, or maybe Gene Stealer claws that would have this power pose, like having those.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Yeah,
would-
I get it. What I want to see is I want to see that blade turned into a bone sword. You could use a little bit of green stuff on it. Just
Yeah,
make a
but
giant.
the blade is too overpowering for the model.
Yeah.
It just jumps at you too much, and the rest of the model is much nicer, I think. And it's a pity because the blade is just too bright and too big.
Oh, I still love it. I think it's beautiful. I love it. But this is cool. Like I would have never thought to use the Iron Jaws as Gene Stealer cult models, but they work.
It's
Yeah,
awesome. Really
everything
good.
can be a Gene Stealer, and this is proven here.
Yeah, it's like
I'm
it's like
lucky
with
enough to
Kroots.
have-
Everyone's like, "Oh, I can convert that into a Kroot kit." Everything can be a Gene Stealer.
I'm lucky enough I'm going to have a spare one of these guys from one of the More Crushers.
Oh.
Be able to turn into a Broodlord now. This is actually giving me ideas now. So
Good.
Gene Stealer has been very effective for many people, I think.
Yeah, everyone's getting some ideas.
Yeah. Like when you look into the other things he has done, like
Oh, I haven't
adding those Gene Stealers with those snake bodies.
Oh shit! I didn't see
Dark
any of the
Elves.
other stuff. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's I think there's one with this red tongue out that looks like very much second edition.
Why is- His pictures are not loading for me. Oh man. Oh, he's got all kinds of stuff. Why are his pictures not loading? Oh, you mean
Yeah, he's got
the
quite a
brood
few.
lord with the red tongue?
I think it's there's this black and white from with the snake dude, and then there's colorful. No, not that one.
I literally. Oh, he's German.
Further up,
Like all
but
good things.
Yeah.
I can't load all of his posts for some reason. I have no idea why.
Hydra,
Oh,
which
he's the one that
do you
did the
mean?
cool the multi-blade one that we featured last week. Whoops.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Good work, Overlook. Okay, I gotta.
Ooh, there's
hold
actually
on.
a better.
You keep talking.
I just found a better quality one for the big bone, the big one with the big sword. The right arm, the one at the front, actually splits into two and is holding a hammer as well.
okay, yeah.
I can see what you mean about the sword is a bit too big, but for me personally, I think it does work. And I wouldn't have ever thought about using that kit for either a Broodlord or an Aberrant or a Abominant or whatever. I think seeing this has given me a different perspective on what units and what models will work for it.
Yeah. Interesting.
Have you guys got any more opinions on them, or?
Yeah. Simon, Marco, anything else you wanted to say about the big beefy orc boys? The hell? Why isn't this working?
Nope, I'm good.
Okay, let's move on to the next one. Oh, the last one. Our boy,
Love it,
Craftsman
man.
Jojo. Oh, fuck, I love Craftsman Jojo. He's got the right kind of crazy. It's just so good.
It's just the tiny head on the body is so freaky. It just works.
You know what I just realized?
Oh.
Oh, we lost Hydra, and apparently Marco stepped away. So we'll see what happens. Hydra did go, right before it happened. I never saw that Ripper on his base.
Yeah,
With
the
the
Ripper
skull?
is proper makes it
God, it's so
that
creepy.
creepier.
Oh god, it's so creepy. I love it. So it looks like he's used the Osiarch Bone Boy legs, but then he's extended them with like a Tyranid leg on the bottom. And it's just so tall and gangly and creepy. God damn.
Hydra needs to restart.
Oh, that's too bad. Well, apparently I do too, because I can't load any pictures in Instagram. What the shit? Well, at least we got this one.
I'm trying to see what tail, because it looks like
That
it's
is a...
one-foot
it
tail.
might be an extended zone throat tail.
Yeah, but it looks
You know
like
what?
it's turned around.
You know what I like most about this model?
What?
It just tells a story. I mean, you look at it, and I think you wrote that it is inspired by a Dr. Moreau-like concept.
Yeah, he did.
Like
Yep, you're right.
mad scientist. And you read this one word, see the model, and you immediately have a story in your head, which is great.
Yeah, and like the fleshy color scheme works with it and all that good stuff.
Yeah, and you just see it's a mad scientist or something like this, which has just fused with a Tyranid, and he's commanding the swarm in a horrifying new, different way to what we're used to, which is good.
If you're for some reason been living under a rock and you're not familiar with Craftsman Jojo, Jono. Craftsman Jono. Craftsman Jono does all kinds of gross, fleshy Tyranid goodness. So definitely follow Craftsman Jono on the IG, because he just does I think we featured this stuff on Warp Shadow before, but he's got his fleshy Tyranids, but then he's just got like wacky, crazy conversions where he just like combines pieces that you never think would go together, and it just works.
Wow. That is awesome.
Yeah, he is a G. He's a boss. Anyway, good picks, Flynn. Excellent picks.
Thank you. Well, more credit to the artists who actually created them, because
Well, I'm glad we're giving
they
them
are
credit by
brilliant.
you showing them here. Oh, is this the part where I actually have to do some work?
Yeah,
So yeah,
I stalled as long as I could.
if anyone out there is working on June Stealer content, make sure to tag it June Stealer, and we'll hopefully be able to feature it maybe next week. And one day I will get off my butt and feature stuff on Warp Shadow. Hopefully soon.
Big words. Big words.
I know, eh? Flynn, do you want to see what's happening in the chat?
Yeah, so catching fun, I saw someone do a how to paint sheer cloth video using Synari Cafella, and when I saw him paint that model in all see-through cloth, I thought she'd look amazing as a Magus if you gave her an icon. And it is the one hotel, he said. I'll have checked as well. Who is Synari Cafella?
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
To Google.
Maybe one of the new characters for Age of Sigmar?
Yeah.
Like that elf, high elf lady? I don't know.
Let's see. Oh, it's the one. Yeah, it's the one with the actual cloth over her face and stuff. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So.
Oh, so like a shrouded female
Yeah.
Magus. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I could see that.
It's just the challenge of painting the transparent cloth. I don't like envy that. I feel like that might be complicated.
Don't cry
I've got-
for me, Argentina.
Well, I wouldn't know, but I'd say if you painted the skin as normal,
Yeah.
and then did normal highlights on where the raised bits of the cloth are, and then just went over with glazes and stuff,
Oh, to kind of like
or very thin washes,
maybe,
built up
yeah.
the colour of the cloth, and you'd get there eventually.
It's a good approach.
Take a long time, but it's patience, I think, is the main
Yeah.
bit. But the Dune Sealer's got me back into painting.
I
So-
need one of those because I have gotten far out of painting.
Yeah, same here.
I bought all these like Raphael brushes or whatever because they're like highly recommended, and I have not even used one yet.
What is it?
Well,
It's like I got them from a British retailer. Are they called Raphael or something like that? They're
Okay.
Kolinsky Sable brushes, but people swear by them. I
Okay.
had Winsor Newton before. I'm sure they're just as good, but you know, if I buy new painting things, clearly I'm going to paint more, right? There's a painter in an artist here in Toronto named Sir John the Hoe. He did like these really amazing halflings in like airships, and he's been doing a lot of Necrons lately. He did some really pretty Silent King. He did Silent King a couple of times, and his Necrons they're like red and like teal. I'm just
Okay.
gonna look him up. Anyway, so he bought a bunch of these brushes, and I was like, hey, I know you're in Toronto. I've been trying to get those brushes forever. I can't find them in Toronto. Like, where'd you get them? And he was like, I just ordered them from the UK, man, and they were not that expensive. So he like, and of course I'm like, oh, if I get his brushes, I will definitely be able to paint as well as he does. So he's a very, very talented painter. I got some of his stuff up on the share window here.
Yeah.
One of my favorite. Oh god damn! Why is Instagram kicking me in the face right now? Hold on, let's see if I can get his good stuff.
So it's like a magic brush, yeah, like +1 or +2.
Exactly.
I see.
Brush part +1, +2. But like he did the Silent King, and then someone loved his Silent King so much that they commissioned him to do another Silent King for them. And he does. You can't really see it here, but it's like this like crimson, and like his Blackstone is crimson, and like black, and there's like a tan in there. Let me see if I can get a better picture.
Okay.
He's just nailed it. I'm super in love with his Necron scheme. So here's a better picture of it. Yeah, oh man, it's so hot. So his Necron scheme blows me away, but also his side project with the Junk Force, he calls them. They're like halflings that are piloting like airships, and they're just so fucking cool. Like they're very characterful. Like here's like a dude in like a poncho. So I don't even know what he like plays them as, but he was building all these like airships out of plasticard. Can I find them?
So why have you never thought about modeling halflings and airships?
I don't know. I'm just not into it. Humans, boring. Bring on the Xenos. Because like he already did it. And he did such a good job. Like look at this cute little dude with his flamer. How cool is this little dude?
Oh yeah.
Damn.
It just screams. It screams squats to me.
He
which is
screams
just
what?
love. Squats.
Yeah, he's basically making squats, and he's doing a damn fine job of it. So I don't need to do it because he's done such a good job.
Good point.
Anyway, so that's Sir John the Hoe. If you're not following Sir John the Hoe, here's like a weird little airship thing with a halfling dude in it. He's pretty cool. So he was the one who recommended these brushes. Not necessarily. I've heard of the brushes before, but he was the one who had them, posted about them, and I'm like, yeah, I know you're in Toronto. Where did you get these brushes? Because I can't find them. And he said, just order them from like I think it's Jackson Art Supplies in the UK. And the shipping wasn't that bad, and I think the shipping was actually free from the UK to Canada, which is rare. And then there was no duty on them or anything. So yeah, once I actually start painting again, I'll let you know how they are.
I've gone completely, totally opposite of just get some cheap brushes and just power through because
Yes,
obviously
I've
my
heard people
control's
talk
not
about
there.
that.
I just got a brush soap as well, just so that to make it last a little bit longer.
You got what? Brush soap?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was something I was never using, and now I do use it. And I don't know how much of a difference it makes, but I like that I'm actually trying to care for my brushes a bit more. So hopefully it makes a difference.
It's making me make note of I'm not putting brush too far down. If the paint's getting dried in the paint, so it's not going up to the Fremlin, I think it's called, with the
ferrule? Ferrule?
You know what?
Feral, that's it. Fremlin, I think that's something completely different.
What's that, Marco?
This doesn't sound very manly.
What?
Like buying soap for your brushes. It sounds very French to me, actually.
Well, what can I say? We're our second official language is French. I may be a little French here more than you think. Huh?
This is not proper.
Hey, man, you'd rather just like throw out the brushes?
Yes, of course. If it's more efficient, you gotta do it.
Simon back? I can't see him, but I thought I heard him.
Don't cry about it. Just
I'm just here with my mic because I joined via my iPad because my computer is still updating.
Oh, great.
So I thought I share my wonderful voice with you
I
until
love it.
you can actually see something.
I love it. Bring it on.
And Marco, before you can throw out your brushes, you have to use them, right?
Ooh, that was a good burn.
Oh. Good point. You got me there.
Hey, he's the only one who's actually like painted one of his creature conference things.
Me?
Yeah, because you started painting the head on your exocrine.
Exactly. I painted a part.
Simon has just been sculpting, and I haven't even been doing anything on mine, so I don't know that we can really shit on him if he's actually the one who's actually painting his model.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's right. You're right. I'm sorry, Marco.
Yes, you have to excuse me. Write me an excuse in writing. I need.
You have to admit that was a good burn.
It was.
Because I have to admit that I have bought some brush cleaner as well. It sounds way more better when you call it brush cleaner than if you call it soap.
Then it's a tool. I've got my brush cleaner here. Oh, I'm taking good control of my tools.
You're an art teacher. You're allowed to do kind of stuff like this without it being French.
I like the use of French as an adjective for. No, maybe I don't like that actually, but it's euphemistic, and that gives me a chuckle. But
Yeah.
We better not be doing any kind of like toxic masculinity bullshit here, because I do not sign up for
No.
that.
My business partner actually is from France. I love French, but it's more fun if you make a joke from now and then, like about Canadians and Germans as well.
Yeah.
Yep. But the most funny Germans are Bavarians. So,
I was gonna
and
say
since they
Bavarians.
don't count themselves. And funny thing is, some of them don't count themselves even as German.
Yeah, that's true.
So that makes it even more hilarious that outside Germany, the Bavarians are like the archetype German.
Yeah, everyone's
Absolutely.
like, hey, lederhosen. That's what all Germans wear, right?
Oktoberfest.
Oktoberfest. Get some big sausages.
Yeah.
Never been there, never liked it, but everyone thinks it's German, yeah.
Although I was in, what is it, Norden-Westfalia or whatever, and I've never seen so many sausages in my life.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah. Have you been to Poland before?
No. Land
Me
of
neither,
sausage?
but I heard they like their sausages as well.
Yeah.
So you were to sausage party, Nick?
No, we just went to the grocery store, and Simon was like, hey, what kind of sausage do you want? And I was like, wow, there's a lot of sausage here.
Well, Nick has been to the absolute alpha from the sausage fests because he has been to Games Day, right?
Is that
Good
alpha?
point.
Oh, yeah, that would be a sausage party. You're right.
Good point, good
Hey,
point.
there was that one girl who I was kind of like flirting with.
What?
There's that one girl at the like Games Day after party.
What?
I think she was drinking like a beer mixed with Coke, and I'm like, oh, you can't drink that. Here, take my beer.
And then she grabbed something. She grabbed something?
No.
From you?
No. I was trying to flirt with her, but I think she was there with some Games Workshop guy. I don't know.
Now I remember. I do.
Yeah. There were actually women working at Games Workshop back then.
Oh, in Germany?
Yep.
Yeah.
Like the store in Wuppertal was run by one, yes.
Nice.
And in the headquarters there were quite a few.
Yep.
Ladies running around.
Nice. Well, I think Games Workshop's got a few ladies working for it now, but I haven't seen any running stores in Canada. But like at their HQ, I think they've got.
Yeah, I think in stores they are a rare sight.
No, but there are some. Like I think on Twitter, I've seen like a store manager who's a lady. I think in the UK, and then they just. What?
I did not say they don't exist. I said they're a rare sight. It's
True.
not like every second store is run by a woman.
True.
Which is nothing I encourage or take. It's just an observation.
Yeah. But they're getting better. Like they have their Warhammer feature thing. What is it called? It's not Warhammer Weekly. It's where they feature people's models.
Yep.
And it used to be two dudes, and now they've got God, what's her? She's got a really cool Instagram handle, Louise Smudgeon. I think her Instagram handle is like Savage Orc Guy or something.
Yep. I saw that. That was hilarious.
Yeah, so she is now one of their presenters for the Hobby Roundup on Warhammer TV. So it's good to see her out there in front working on that. And she is a friggin' amazing painter. I noticed her, or I saw her for the first time when she painted I can never know what it's pronounced as, Sphinxerax, the thing from Warcry, the cat thing, Sphinx.
The Sphinx.
Yeah, she painted that, and she did it like these crazy, like she does a lot of like crazy acid trip colors, and it was amazing.
Okay.
She's super talented. Savage Orc Guy, is that what she's called? Did anyone check?
Yep, I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Cheers to that.
How you doing?
I was surprised by that name tag as well, and it's really funny. And I'm not sure how you guys are proceeding so far, but I think I'm getting close to finished with my Slug Wizard.
Oh, amazing.
Yay!
Easy for you to say because we
what?
can't see it.
I also started working on Slug Wizard.
Do what?
What?
No.
Sure.
Does not.
Sorry, guys. I need to be on Ripley duty for a couple of minutes.
Okay.
Keep chatting. I'll be right back.
So you got me there, Marco.
Yeah, I know. Would have been quite funny, wouldn't it? But no, of course
Yeah.
not.
It
But
would
I
be
think
amazing.
Yeah, but I think it's an awesome project. Really inspired something else, really out there. At first, I was like weirded out by what you're doing. Like, what a slug was it? Because it sounds so strange and
Yep.
so out there. But of course, you were so passionate about this that the passion leapt over, you know?
That's cool.
Yeah,
And I think it's so out of the box thinking that it invites like so many crazy ideas and things.
absolutely. I noticed how the whole thing just kept getting larger and larger.
Yeah, that's right. Like there's so many people adding suddenly a slug wizard to their project list. And I think I've said that many times before, and I say it again, it's very common in the Infinity community to do charity projects like that.
Yeah.
And, well, not like that. Basically, just, someone paints an army and they raffle it off and, give the money to charity or something like that.
Okay.
And that's something I'm missing a bit. And I would love to see more. And I'm pretty sure this is not the last charity project you've seen from me.
Okay.
Because I honestly, when I'm totally honest, I have so many things kicking around, and of course, time is a resource. But working on something and then giving it to someone who enjoys it, and collecting money for good cause while doing so is something that's pretty cool. So you have enjoyment all the way through.
Awesome. I can totally relate to that because you know that I'm a member of the first Star Wars costume club.
Yep.
And I'm doing like charity events all the time. Like I'm visiting children hospices and collecting money for good causes and really enjoying this because it gives me an opportunity to just pursue my hobby and do something good with it as well, just like you do right now. Awesome.
And it's so fun because you do something. I don't know about your costume things, but since you all the time work on different costumes, I guess it's similar because I feel like with this slug wizard, I have been doing something so out of the box and trying with different techniques and using different things. For example, like I have come up with so many things I will use in the future for myself.
Okay.
For further hobby projects that that's really that has been really inspiring.
It just forced you out of your comfort zone, didn't it?
Yes.
Awesome.
And it was like normally you always go to what you already know and have done like so many different times before, and then routine is good because when time is a resource, you have to have your routines because otherwise you won't get things done.
Yep.
But on the other side, it can get boring. Or I want to put it differently. There are suddenly solutions to problems you have had before. For example, those strings I've been using.
Yeah.
I have ripped a charging cable open.
Okay.
Because there are those metal, those brass wires in there.
Yeah.
Because it's not a solid rod inside, but there are those different wires, and you can pull them apart. And when you turn them, you can produce your strings to a size that fits your needs. You can have thick ropes, you can have thin ropes, as thin as possible, and they still will stay in shape.
Interesting.
Let me just sign off here and switch.
So while we wait for to get everyone back, got a quick question for you guys, because I know you both. I definitely know one of you likes the Gaunt's Ghost book series. But did you try and get the release last Saturday?
Do you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Good. I'm sorry, Michael. Go for it.
The Gaunt's Ghost question. Thanks, Flynn. Actually, I'm a huge fan of the whole Gaunt's Ghost series and have been on with it since the first book, the first short story, and have read pretty much anything. I just love how Dan Abnett gives the whole universe depth, humanity, tragedy, triumph, and makes the whole impersonal 40k setting so personal, which is something that was really lacking before. But tempted as I was, I didn't buy the box because I just have too much stuff on my plate already. But I was really happy to see the quality of the sculpts and to see how well the characters turned out, as well as the rules, by the way. I just read the rules and I was really inspired by how well they took the opportunity to just give them justice this time. So great sculpts, great rules, good stuff. Thumbs up.
I have been a Guns Ghost fan myself, and I have not read. I did not read everything until to date because there has been sort of a gap during the publication of those books, and that was where I sort of fell short of buying just the next book. But if it hadn't been for Guns Ghost, my English would nowhere to where it's now, because I spent most of the time. I should have been preparing for my final exams in school. I've been reading Guns Ghost under the table in school. And
Awesome.
a friend of mine who's an English teacher says that my vocabulary is so better than his because I have a way better everyday English, and I think that's pretty much due to Guns Ghost. I'm still saying frag from time to time when I'm really angry at things. But I didn't even try because I knew that they would be, so overpriced that I would try to buy models that I have no special need for at the moment. And on the other side, I feel that, the hype and everything. And what I really don't like with Games Workshop things in the past was how they were so hard to come by. I don't want to have this privilege of buying things. If I want it, I just want to buy it and not be the lucky one to manage to buy it somewhere, blah blah blah.
So,
And they've been exploiting that limited edition thing for such a long time, and I just hate that.
yeah, so on that note, with what they've done with it is they this time round they put about 10 minutes before 10 a.m. UK time when it went on sale here. They put up the whole you'll be put into a queue before you can actually get onto the website. So I was completely surprised because this was the first time I'd seen it, and I'd bought stuff in the past with it and went onto the website like a few minutes before it, and it was the actual release and it was already up. So when I saw it this time, I was completely like, what's going on? And then you think about it, it's made it a bit harder for the scalpers because I don't know if it was the first time they had it or what, but it was, if you got there before the 10 a.m., it would put you in a queue. But if you came after 10 a.m., it would put you to the back of the queue. So you'd have to wait until your time came up, and it came up with a timer tracker to let you know how long you'd have to wait. And for the first one, it'll be harder for scalpers to use their bots to be able to go through and purchase, and they can't. And if you try and go back in after making the purchase, it puts you to the back of the queue. But it was a lot more surprising seeing it, I think.
Yeah, it was definitely surprising, but I don't understand why they cannot deal with those scalpers right away and be like, well, everyone who wants to have this thing is going to get one. There's a policy behind that that's also very popular in, for example, action toys. Star Wars toys, for example. You sometimes manage to get them while they're in store, but afterwards they, blah blah. Um, but I just hate that they just cannot simply produce as much as as there are people asking for.
Well, I think
Yeah.
right now there are two problems. Problem one, they just can't produce enough product for the market because they grew so much last year during COVID that people just grab the stuff and want to buy it everywhere, and they just can't produce enough. Just watch the release of the boxed game of Age of Sigmar they had a couple of months ago. I don't remember the name. And second, there's a weird, shitty capitalist principle behind it because if people just get into the buying frenzy because if they know, oh, maybe I won't be able to get it, they will just be crazy to try everything to get it right now. Works for
Yeah.
me actually. I have to admit.
And that's what I hate, and that's why I'm not playing that game.
Yeah.
I'm buying it if I need it, and if I don't need it, I will stay away from it.
Which is
Yeah,
wise.
Calzone has made a very good point of they could just do made to order for everything because they've done that with these Gaunt's Ghost models are made to order. The Uriel Ventress model was made to order as well. They did it with Indomitus, so they could do it with everything. But apparently, I think that has been COVID has impacted it, as you said, because last year was so much more, much a bigger year for them. They weren't expecting as much people wanting to buy the certain things. But I think with Curse City, which is the box you're on about, that was their own fault. They overhyped it, and
Guys, I will be back in a second.
Yeah. Also, with the whole what they've done now with Curse City of it was about, I think about £100 to buy the Curse City box, and they've released half of it already now, so you can buy it through mail order only.
Yeah.
But it's about 80 odd quid, I think, for just the city side of it, and not the hero that are supposed to be going in. And so it's like, well, when they release the heroes, it'll be about the same price. So you're getting people, the scalpers, or people who bought extra ones, selling them on eBay, and people, I think if I go myself, I'll go to one of them because I know I'd get the models, I'd get the box with all the rules and stuff into it, and all the extra bits, than if I was just to buy the individual models from Workshop, I think.
Interesting.
Yeah, but I think, as like Navarro just said, like the queue is preparation for the new Age of Sigmar thing. But I think with the Age of Sigmar, they've prepped for it and know they're going to have a lot of people. And I think, as you're saying, like, with the whole queue system, is just to help funnel the traffic rather than about like over 10,000. I'm not saying that's the actual figure, but 10,000 people trying to go to one website and questioning it because of so many people are trying to buy it all at once. And I think with the Age of Sigmar, they're going to have so many that it won't go out. But I'm just hoping it's not going to be like Indomitus.
Yeah.
I have a feeling with what they've shown to be in the box, it is going to be like Indomitus.
Okay.
Or the Age of Sigmar stuff.
Yeah, maybe.
But again, we don't know. But they might have learned their lesson from Indomitus and got more made. But also they're doing it as a 2-week order for it, so you don't really know how it's going to work out.
Yeah, they've just become too successful in a year where the production is just hard for them.
And I doubt the Evergreen getting stuck didn't help, and Brexit as well. There's a lot of stuff that's impacted it.
Yeah.
it is what it is. So this is what happens. I've got to agree. But have you been watching? I know for some people, football might not be their important thing. For me, I don't really care. But when it comes to the World Cup and the Euros, I kind of think it's a little bit more interesting.
I haven't watched too much of it actually.
Yeah. For me, it's just like, yeah, it gives people that a bit of they're able to do it. But I think it's a bit better this year that they're spreading it out over certain countries so more people are able to see the matches. And I think that's what they originally were going to do.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm back.
Hey.
Hey, I'm just on kids' duty, so I don't answer.
That's fine.
I'll be
Nick?
running it. Sorry?
Didn't we have a Nick
I'm back.
at some point?
Sorry. What?
Nick back as well.
Oh wow, look.
Simon, you're back. Good to see you.
Yeah.
Thanks for holding down the fort, gents.
You're
Doggy duty called. So, to celebrate, I have finished my first beer, which is called Wizard of Goes. And it's crazy. It's lime, turmeric, tamarind. I'm not sure I tasted all of those things in it, but I was excited. And my next one is Swirl, which is a double dry hopped IPA. And this one, apparently, a portion of the proceeds go to a local LGBTQ2S charity. So, there you go. Pride. Happy Pride.
Cheers.
But this brewery seems to only make beers that are 6% or above. So, oh wait, this one is 4.2. This one's 6%, so I'm about to get licked. Let's get licked.
Have a good ride.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I love
You
it.
can push back my screen on, right?
Oh, sorry, hold on. Is it frozen? I can see your screen.
It's on.
It's on.
But I don't see it on YouTube.
Give it a second to come up. Oh, I can see it on
okay.
YouTube. I just saw you had the baby monitor there.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, so I used to think that I didn't like IPAs, India Pale Ales, which are like the more hoppy beers. Like, I don't know if this is like an American thing but I've since discovered that if they're like super hoppy, I really like them. And this one literally smells like pot. Like, I just opened it. I was like, oh. Oh my god, it even kind of tastes like pot. That's interesting.
That pot is legal in Canada.
Oh, hell yeah.
It is?
Oh, yeah. Is it not legal in Germany?
No.
No.
Oh, come on. You guys living in the Middle Ages.
It's semi-legal. You won't get punished for using it too much, but it's not
Okay.
legal.
Too much.
Too much, but you can't buy it, right? Legally.
No.
No, you can't.
Yeah, it's legal here. It's been
But you know
legal
what?
since...
You can drink or be on the street without
Sorry.
being.
Exactly. Yeah, that's where you catch up. I'm pretty sure it's been legal. Is it 20? I think it was 2018 they made it legal here.
Okay.
But it was stupid.
Awesome.
They made it legal, and they're like, it's legal, but as I know Simon knows very well, and Marco, I don't know how much you caught of this when you were here in Canada. We can only buy our alcohol from the government. Like,
Okay.
technically, the government runs the Liquor Control Board of Ontario, which is my province, and you have to buy your alcohol from Liquor Control Board stores. And there's a lot of them, but you have to buy it from their store, or you have to buy your beer from this organization called the Beer Store, which is like sort of run by the government, but it's also like a monopoly run by like these major brewers. So there's only
Okay.
those two stores where you can get alcohol, or you can get it at like
Interesting.
bars. What?
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So, and then it was the case that when they made weed legal, you could only buy it from the government legally. They had like an online store because they said,
Okay.
oh, it's going to be so complicated, like giving people licenses to open their own stores. So for the first like few months, you can only buy it from the government. And the government store like crashed on the first day, and it was like terrible, and everyone hated it, and the prices were way, way higher than what anyone had been paying for weed off the black market. So everyone just went
Okay.
back to the black market. And
Right.
the best part was that our current provincial leader is the brother of like an old mayor of ours, and like they're known for like when they were younger they were like drug dealers, and everyone joked that our premier, who used to be a drug dealer, he can't sell weed to people now. He's inept at it. He can't make his store work. Sorry,
Awesome.
that's like a Canada Ontario deep cut for you.
Good one.
But yeah, now there's like weed stores. It's stupid. There are too many weed stores. Like every time I turn around, there's another weed store opening
Really?
in my neighborhood, and I'm like, there cannot be enough demand to like warrant this many weed stores.
I just need to weed out the bad ones.
Ha! Ha,
Good
ha, ha.
one. Bang.
Sounds like you need to open a weed shop. You got some good puns. But apparently
But
we're
in
not supposed to
Berlin-
call it weed. We're supposed to call it cannabis.
Oh, really? In
Uh,
Berlin, there are quite a few stores actually where you think, how can they make a living just selling flowers or just selling
ah.
all this kind of stuff? And in many cases, it's money laundering.
Oh, wow. Can you like go in there and buy drugs, or no? It's just money laundering for like.
It's just money laundering because of the mafia. They just have to have some
Mafia?
business where they can wash their money.
Like Italian mafia? Is there German mafia?
I think there's a lot of Arabian mafia here, like from
Oh.
Lebanon and many Arabian states.
Because I was picturing like German mafia, but they're Bavarian.
Yeah.
I think that would be
All kinds-
amazing.
All kinds of funny. No, it's mostly I think it's Arabian.
Oh, okay. So there's no Lederhosen mafia. You just ruined my day.
Sorry to disappoint you.
Ah, too bad. Black market sausages and whatnot. Beer steins.
And Berlin Owl.
Berlin Owl, our favorite, our sponsor of the Creature Conference, the Berlin Owl.
Absolutely famous.
And now a word from our sponsor. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Can you tell that I've had too much beer?
Not yet, but quite. Getting close. You know what?
A very
I
intelligent German once
I
told
just-
me it's not that I had too much beer, it's that I haven't had enough.
Absolutely.
What were you saying?
You know what? I just bought a plane ticket for my first post-COVID vacation.
You're coming to Canada? Dude, what a great surprise.
Really? Can
No,
I?
there's shitty scuba diving here.
Well, your father said different.
Unless you want to look at shipwrecks in the Great Lakes.
I love shipwrecks.
Well,
I
there you go.
love shipwrecks. Actually, really, I do.
Well, all the zebra mussels have made sure that it's very clear for you to see. They've taken all the like everything alive out of the water.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I even read a book on Canadian wreck diving actually a couple of years ago, and it was really a
Really?
great book. It was thrilling, really thrilling to read about how many people died diving there.
Yeah, my dad got stories about people he know who died.
Really,
Yeah, there's one guy who went down and never came back up.
I should have talked to him when I was over there. Shit.
Oh well.
Well, in any case, I just got told today that the flight I just booked a couple of days ago
Yeah.
just got changed to another city, which is like a 6-hour ride away. Like
Oh
what?
Jesus, is this Bali?
No, just Egypt. So
Oh,
so it's not-
Egypt. You did say that you were going to Egypt, right?
but they just changed my flight from Berlin to Frankfurt. Like, is it a problem for you? And of course, it's like a 6-hour ride away. Of course, it's a problem for me.
Why did they change it?
No, I have no idea. I have
Interesting.
no idea. I was pissed as hell because I was looking forward so much to this.
So you're
And
not
they
going
just-
anymore?
I
Or-
am. I just had to talk to the lady over here
Yeah.
to just allow me to go a couple of days more. So I had to catch a different flight. But I think post-COVID, it's all crazy.
Yeah. So we've got Air Canada here in Canada, which is like, it's not government owned, but maybe the government has like shares in it or something, but it's mostly
Okay.
a private company. And when COVID hit, there's a bunch of people who had flights booked with Air Canada, and then Air
Okay.
Canada was refusing to refund them their money. They just kept giving them like credits for other flights, and people were like, okay, that's great, but I can't fly right now. Like, there's nowhere to go. So the Canadian government was really pissed at Air Canada, and they were like, what the hell, guys? Like, you need to give refunds to people. And Air
Yeah.
Canada's like, oh, but we're struggling so much, so you need to give us money, government, and then we'll give refunds. And the government's like, no, you need to give refunds first, and then we'll give you money. So it was a bit back and forth for a while.
Yeah,
And then
of course.
finally, they reached an agreement where the government's going to give them money. They're going to give people refunds. And then the next thing that happened, Air Canada gave all of their executive bonuses.
Of course,
And
of
we're like,
course.
you fucking assholes.
Yep. Capitalism in a nutshell. Thanks so much.
The government gave them
Ah,
shit for that. And I think
Yeah.
the executives voluntarily gave back their bonuses. It's like, oh, how noble of you. Screw it, man. Socialism. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Really pissed those Americans off. Flynn, you still there, man?
Yeah, so
What's going on in the chat? Anything?
so my thing just went a second. So Tom Wilson has gone like he thinks there's something that Workshop is not telling us about Curse City. I completely agree.
I agree.
I just think it is that they grew a lot faster than they were expecting. They overhyped Curse City, and something I think happened with their original order for the boxes, that there was no ability to get the same box made again like they did with Blackstone Fortress.
Yeah.
And if you look at all those new releases for the new vampire counts, like what is it, the Soul Blight Gravelords, what they're calling them,
Yeah.
that they are the same. They're the models that would have been in the expansions. They've just put them into.
You think so?
Well, they've got Redekar the Beast, and then they've got Redekar the Wolf, and then they've got Redekar the Beast.
Yeah.
And in the original Curse City, you just had Redekar the Wolf.
Yeah. But how
And
do you
now you've
know
got
that that wasn't just like they were doing that because they just wanted him to be a character for the vampire counts? I don't know.
Because it's
You're
more.
probably right.
It's like it's to sprues, because I've then released the sprues now for like Redekar and his lot. But
Yeah.
there's just like something about it. It's like there's something there that I'm thinking.
Oh, and those witch hunters, they were probably expansions for Curse City. Those two witch hunter dudes.
Exactly, yeah.
The lady
There's
and
quite
the
a
dude.
few things. The father and daughter.
Okay, let's do it, guys. Chat. I want to hear from you. What are your
conspiracy
theories about what happened in Curse City? Let's hear it. Shoot.
Whoa.
Marco, do you care about this shit enough to have a conspiracy theory about what happened with Curse
I
City?
do, but I don't have a conspiracy theory because I just think they got overwhelmed with COVID and demand.
Well, that's a conspiracy theory. That's fine.
Okay, we'll
It doesn't have to be a tinfoil hat. I mean, it's more fun if it is. Like, I'm going to give points for
Alright.
tinfoil hat, but
Sorry.
I mean, if you want to be safe, you go ahead. And be safe.
Maybe it was the little Illuminati. I don't know.
Thank you.
Maybe.
Much better.
While you're away, we did talk about the Euros a little bit, and Attilio said about he just watched the Netherlands versus Austria game, and it was very boring.
Yeah, of course it was
I
boring. It's
think-
soccer. It's boring by definition.
I think a lot of the games aren't as enjoyable until it gets to the knockout stages. But
Is that where
I
people
would
get so
take
drunk that
rugby.
they pass out on the field? Is that what you mean by
No.
knockout stages? Sorry, I'm from North America. I don't know what this is.
That's why ice hockey is superior. Kudos to you.
Yeah, ice hockey's superior because the knockout phase is every phase of the game because they fight so goddamn much.
I'll do well better. Rugby wins all.
Yeah, rugby's a real sport. I get it.
I like
I-
Kajan's theory.
What's that?
What's the curse?
One of the sculptors had a failing out with Games Workshop and threatened to sue them for copyright, so GW decided to pull Crushed City in order to keep the money they have to pay low.
Oh,
say,
I like
uh,
it. That's a good conspiracy theory. I also like, Simon, that you called it Crush City because it did crush a lot of
Exactly.
people's hopes.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's
I'm
good.
The only bit,
I'm somewhere
there's-
between. I'm somewhere between high adrenaline because I'm about to finish this piece, and almost sleepy because the kids
Stink ass
demanded
death hot.
me to lay with them in bed, and that made me
Ah.
kind of sleepy. And yeah,
What about sweating your balls off? Is that part of it too?
yeah, that's right.
with Kajan's one, like I do like it. There's one thing about it that is just there that I don't think it is because of. Do you guys remember the 5th Chaos God?
No.
Yeah.
So there was a fifth Chaos God called Malau
Malau.
Malice.
and Malice. So they called him Malau when he first. It was basically he's the Chaos God of the word doesn't get me,
Hatred.
but it's basically,
Self-hatred.
yeah, it's basically like
What the hell?
entropy,
When was
basically
this
of
around?
everything, isn't it? This is back in like Rogue Trader days.
I was gonna say I've never heard this shit.
The reason why Malau isn't there anymore is because when Games Workshop were doing all this, they didn't send out like the contract to say like what you create is our content, so we
Yeah.
can use it. So basically, the guy created it, and they were like, "Oh, we want to continue using this." He was like, "Well, you're gonna have to pay me for each time because it's my own thing." And so Games Workshop were like, "Well, we're not going to do that. We're just not going to have this anymore." And
Are you
then,
serious?
Yeah.
yeah,
How
this
did
is
this
the whole
story come
thing.
out?
He was designed for the design was for a comic book they wanted to release.
Yeah.
And well, the past oh Jesus, I'm tired.
That's fine.
28 mag challenge.
Yes. The fifth
Was-
god. Yes.
Yes, that's based on that story. How
Oh,
would the
shit.
fifth Chaos God would have looked? There
I
are
thought
like
it was just
5
make up your
designs.
own. I didn't know it was supposed
Yeah.
to be a specific god.
Brett Evans has come to the rescue. He's the anti-chaos god. His goal is to destroy the other chaos god.
Oh.
So
Thanks,
basically,
Brett.
I think it is that he gets. There's a different chaos god completely, but there's the whole thing of that because of that they just stopped using it, so they didn't have to pay any royalties or anything else. So if that was the case with Curse City, I can understand going down that route, but because
But
of
they
that,
might
they've
have
made it the
learned by
contracts
now.
are there. They've got the whole thing of the contracts are there. So I do really like Kazran's idea, but it's just that
Unlikely?
one little bit that makes it just that little bit unlikely. But it could have been that the sculptor has a certain amount they get, like he says, so they don't want to take it back. There's also another Chaos God, which I think you might find funny. So it's more of like, it's a Chaos God for everything. So if there's a belief for it, there'll be a Chaos God for it. They might be minor, but they will still be there. And
So, like, my belief that Tyranids will get new models one year, that could be a Chaos God?
that could be a very weak Chaos God. But
Yo, there's a lot of us.
There'll be
Never.
a Chaos God. So there'll be a Chaos God of atheists. So to get stronger, people have to believe he exists. But to not be, but it's the unbelief of him makes him. I think it was the unbelief of him makes him weak, but the belief in him makes him stronger. So he's an oxymoron of like he can't
love it.
exist but exists at the same time.
Wait, this was an actual thing they
So-
created?
It's like in the law, in the fluff and everything. It's like
Wow.
there's a Chaos God for every belief. Some are stronger than others, like Korn, Slanesh,
Yeah.
Hordrat, Malau, and all these other ones. You've got these very small, minor ones.
The Horned Rat is a
in the
Chaos
war.
God?
It
The
is.
Hordrat is now a Chaos God, yeah.
What? I did not know
Well,
that.
They now
Well, you have to look at from a different perspective, because to like the canon, the broad understanding is that the warp is like the realm of the chaos gods,
Yeah.
but the warp is just this raw, emotion energy, and every emotion that is strong enough becomes like a personification in the warp and has an echo in the warp.
Yeah.
And so if for example, like all the Skaven, and because there are so many, if they believe in if they have a common emotion, and belief is an emotion, that would create an echo in the warp. And if there's enough echo in the warp that has the same
Orientation, belief.
yeah,
Resonance.
yeah. Then they create an entity in the warp, and that sort of at some point gains its own consciousness,
Yep.
and therefore there are some cults some chaos cultists that create this cult and try to become a chaos demon in a mass suicide. So they believe something very strongly and try to gain
Godhood?
immortality by killing themselves and becoming like this chaos demon.
Yeah.
And so the horned rat, the horned rat would be a chaos demon, the same as or chaos god, the same as what do you call him? Gork or Morg would be a chaos demon as well.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Don't tell the orcs. They'll be pissed.
They wouldn't care, I guess.
Yeah, probably.
They are always pissed, no matter what you do.
Right.
Yeah, how would orcs get drunk, by the way?
Drunk?
Yeah, because they're pissed all the time, as Marco said.
You're definitely a dad.
Oh, come on, guys. Your jokes have been way lamer than that.
Yeah,
before.
you're right, they have.
So do you guys want to see some more conspiracies?
Yes, hit me.
So Tom Wilson's got, I feel like there might have been a lawsuit claiming it was too close to someone else's IP. But
Yeah, I've
he
heard
feels
that one.
like it would have come out by now if it was true, which I can see. Brett Evans has the same thing. So about the IP copyright issue,
Yep.
Brexit and COVID don't seem to make sense to me. But the time Custody came out, they weren't made.
They weren't made. What?
They were. I'm going to read it. Brexit and COVID don't seem to make sense to me, as the time Custody came out, they weren't. Oh,
I feel like
it means
COVID was still
Brexit
happening when
and
Curse City
COVID.
came out. We were still having busted ass shipment delays when Curse City came out.
Brexit is still causing issues.
Yeah.
But
I'm not even going to bother going into it.
But if I remember correctly, from my times at GameStop and Games Workshop, they were producing like 2 years in advance the stuff, right?
Yeah.
It's not like they're producing it yesterday and bringing it out tomorrow.
Sure.
Like there's a massive QIWI with things in between.
Yep.
So I guess that Crushed City would have been produced before COVID hit.
Yep.
And that would, just the delivery would have been affected by COVID, but that wouldn't make a difference to the quantities, right?
Yeah, like it's also the case that I feel like if this was some kind of weird delivery delay or some kind of weird printing issue, they would have done the on-demand thing. And they would have been like, it's coming in 6 months or it's coming in 8 months. Like, I can't think of like a delivery delay or a printing issue that would make it so they cannot do it anymore. That's why I lean more towards these like IP things that people are because like an IP, like you can't contest that. It's like you have it or you don't, and then if you don't have it, you can never do it.
Are they actually? Well, I know there's another reason for or my theory for that would be is they are training their customers, as Marco said. Like if you see
Scarcity?
something that you roughly like, you have to buy it immediately because you cannot be sure if it's there tomorrow.
That is
And
fucking devious if they're doing that.
Having that experience once, like, ooh, I should have bought that box because now I can buy pieces of it for tremendous amounts of money online, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
They train their customers with they punish everyone who's not buying it because they might want to have it later on, and then they cannot have it. And
I seriously hope
that's
you're
what
wrong, because that is devious. Like, and also the point that like I feel like if they could make money off of it, they would. Like, I don't kind of feel that so much, because it's like you have this thing that a lot of people want to buy. Don't you want to make money off of it? Like, is it really worth that much more money to make people buy it immediately and then not?
This idea is not from me. I've stolen it from the podcast called Maga Potato. It's a German podcast.
Yeah. And
they discussed it on the topic of a Space Marine box, where they are now reselling part of the Space Marine box.
Oh, it's Indomitus.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're charging more for the resale. than it would have been
Some
in
of,
the box.
some of these things you can buy now, but they are like the triple the price or something like that,
It's
and
stupid
everyone's
expensive.
buying it
It is.
fast.
It is. I think it's a question of short-term sales, which is what Nick is saying. Like they could sell more right now, or long-term sales and long-term market development, because it's working. Like the customer base hasn't been loyal, hasn't been more loyal ever before. The
Yeah.
sales are rising, stock prices are going sky high. I think they just can't produce it quick enough these days just to sell enough shit, which is
Yeah.
the position every company wants to be in. A couple of years ago, there was I stumbled upon two alien prints, like from the movies Alien and Aliens, which are like artsy, very refined, very
Yeah.
very high value prints, and they were done by a company called Bottleneck Gallery, and they were sold out like in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And I had no idea what the company was about. And I complained to them and told them, "Hey, why didn't you produce more? I would have
With
bought
a
it
name
in
like
an
Bottleneck.
instant." Exactly. I'm not a native speaker, And then I thought, of course, this is the whole stick to just reduce
Supply?
the amount of product to increase the demand and the price.
Yeah.
I just got them on eBay a couple of months later for an okay price, no problem for me. But the whole principle, I mean, it's one of the basic market principles which Marx already discovered. So I think Games Workshop is toying with this actually.
Oh, that'd be
Of course,
devious.
every company is.
But I feel
Well,
like they
that-
would do it differently. I don't know. This just seems weird.
That does go quite nicely into Peter Hansen's conspiracy of that the scalpers are actually sock puppets for GW and are selling Curse City for farcical amounts for profit by proxy.
Yeah, so
I
this
can
is like
understand that.
the fact that, do you guys have StubHub? I don't know if you guys have this website called StubHub where you can like scalp tickets for shows.
Mm.
It's like if you want to go see Foo Fighters or something and it sells out, and then you have to go on StubHub and buy the ticket from a scalper. But it's like kind of like legal scalping. Like it's technically, if you were to ask the site, they'd be like, "We're not scalping. We're just helping people resell their tickets if they can't make the show."
Okay.
But the thing that's come out is that StubHub, so in North America, like the #1 seller for all tickets is Ticketmaster. I don't know if it's the same elsewhere, but
What's that ticket?
Ticketmaster. So it's a website called Ticketmaster, and like pretty much any show you go to will be sold on Ticketmaster, and the ticket will cost you this much money, and Ticketmaster will take a $10 service fee for the pleasure. And they've bought out contracts with like different venues so that you can only buy if you're going to go see this band, you can only buy it on Ticketmaster because they have like a contract with the place where the concert's happening. Anyway, story came out that StubHub, the website you're supposed to go to when you buy tickets that are sold out and you buy them from people who are trying to resell them, is owned by Ticketmaster. Or they like own part of it or something. Like it's some bullshit. So they are basically profiting off both sides. Like they're double charging you for service fees. So I don't buy tickets from Ticketmaster anymore. And when one of my favorite artists has a show and it's on Ticketmaster, I like will honestly email them and be like, "Hey, is there a way I can buy this off something other than Ticketmaster?" And if there isn't, I don't go, because it's a racket. It's bullshit.
Wow.
Well,
That's basically shit, isn't it?
Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking of when we talk about devious scalpers actually being working for Games Workshop and making a secondary profit for the company off. I think that's a bit tinfoil hat, but I don't know.
Yeah.
What do I know?
But it's just that right kind of conspiracy for what we want.
It's a great conspiracy. I do love it. Massive conspiracy tinfoil hat points.
So one of the bits that I've also, that I don't know if you guys have noticed, in one of the 40k starter sets, I think it's the Recruit Edition, you get the Necron Warriors, the Necron character, Space Marine character, and some Space Marines, the Assault Space Marines as well. I think that's roughly about 30 odd quid or something here in the UK.
Yeah.
The same Necron box is a little bit cheaper than that. But what people are saying to do is buy the Recruit Edition box. You get all the terrain and stuff. If you just want the Warriors, keep the Necron Warriors, sell everything else, and you'll recoup most of your money on that box.
Amazing.
But if you just but some people are like, "Oh no, I'm just going to buy the Warriors." It's like, why? It's like, I only want the warriors. I don't want everything else. And it's just like, that is Games Workshop properly taking advantage of it, because the Space Marine stuff in it is a lot cheaper comparatively. The main cost of that box
Is the Necron?
is the Necron warriors. So
Interesting.
it's another way of, you're a power armor player. Yeah, this is all right. It's all cheaper for you. You're a Xenos player. You pay.
Oh, that's gonna cost you.
Yeah. Like, these new orcs that are coming out, they're going to cost a fair bit, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, because first new sculpts of boys in over 20 years.
I think
New
that
beast snaggers.
yeah, I think there could be an argument that anything made in Power Armor Games Workshop is definitely going to get their money back. So like, you know, the demand's going to be high, so you can undercut the price a bit.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't picture them giving games like Space Marines a break. I just think they're going to charge as much as they can for everything. Like, look at those Gaunt's Ghosts, man.
Yeah.
Those things were expensive.
Another reason I didn't jump on them.
Because they know people want them, so they can charge whatever the hell they want.
Oh, it's not even that. You're only going to buy one of them. Like, who
Oh, right.
realistically?
No,
You're not really getting
people,
anything
crazy
tied to
people
it.
are going to buy them and then use them to convert a whole Tanith Legion.
Yeah, but that's crazy people. But for
That's not the majority.
yeah, people who aren't
maybe.
crazy like us, they would just buy one and go like, cool, that's it. So they're going to ramp up the price. Same for like Mortarion, the big characters.
Yeah.
Typically, you're only going to buy one.
Yeah.
So we're going to have this model big. We're going to sell it for a larger price. That's what they would do,
Yeah.
I think.
I don't get Curse City. Like, I don't get them restraining themselves. I don't get them like voluntarily limiting supply. I feel like it's got to be something external. I feel like if they could sell it, they would go because they probably made a shitload off of Indomitus. Like, if they could sell 1,000 of them, I think they would sell 1,000.
I think it's so jinxed that it almost looks like a mistake. Like someone's did a mistake, and then they cannot go and take it back.
Yeah,
Well,
I actually, someone said
but-
something about Brexit and duty and like things produced in China. Maybe it was something like that a lot of like maybe the terrain or something was produced in China and they lost so much on it because it's not technically made in the UK anymore. I don't know what someone was saying something about how there's a change in the rules where they need to disclose that they're making miniatures in China and it might have duty consequences with Brexit. I don't know.
It's the boxes that are being made in China. That's the only bit, and they have to disclose that the box art is from China.
No, I'm pretty sure they're doing some of the terrain in China. The like rough terrain that doesn't look nearly as nice as the other stuff, or isn't like cast nearly as nice.
I think it's
But-
the stuff that they're throwing up their
But-
artworks magazines.
But did they say there will never be any copies anymore guaranteed?
Well,
Do we
the
know?
only official statement I saw about it was someone asking if this was going to be available, and the Games Workshop Twitter account, which is kind of official but not super official, said there won't be any further production of this, so make sure you check your local gaming stores if you want to get one. And I think that if there was going to be further production, they would have announced it by now because like there's so much demand. Like, why didn't they just do the Indomitus thing where they're like, hey, place 1,000 orders for this and we'll have it to you in 6 months?
Yeah, maybe.
There was
I would be surprised though if we're all wondering and they watch us smiling and like in September or October we get the message like, woo, we know you all want this. Look, we were able to squeeze out 1 million more boxes or something. I wouldn't be
Maybe.
There has been this massive cow-like creature hanging on a cliff, and we milked it, and the blue milk suddenly turned into more boxes of this. Look at it.
Let's not talk about blue milk and creatures and someone milking them. No.
I just don't understand why. I feel like when I look at that, I just see the Indomitus pattern, and the Indomitus pattern is immediately they came out with a message: hey, we didn't realize how popular this was going to be. We're going to make more. You can buy them in 2 days. Like, if they, I guess the only way that could work for me is if they don't know if they can redo them, and then like they've managed to figure their shit out and they can redo them at some later point. But if they knew from the beginning that they could redo them, I think the best time to do that would be immediately after it releases, because that's when people want it the most. Like
That's what they
the
did with-
FOMO is right
Really?
there,
But-
and the missing. What was
But
that? Flynn?
with the desperation and the very narrow markets they have exchanged, just I mean the tension is there. Everybody wants this shit.
Yeah,
right now,
so
and
do it when the tension
many
is
people-
highest.
Yes, but I still think give them a couple of months. Let them wait a moment more, and they will still be able to squeeze out a massive profit. Like,
Yeah,
whoa,
probably.
we know you all want this. Wow, look at us. We made it possible. Don't you love us? Woo, wink, wink.
So
I'm not sure because I recently heard a podcast where they said that in the building where they make those decisions, there are no hobbyists sitting anymore, and everything is just
Money.
made up by marketing strategos.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I think that there might be something like we have earned enough from to pay the designers and pay everyone involved, and we have made so much money out of it, and then we're done with it because we have made profit, and if we produce more, we have to invest more into this project, and that would be
Like they
money
have to
we
support
cannot
it, you
invest
mean?
into something else, and therefore let's keep producing new stuff because people there, I think they are afraid of people getting tired of getting out of the loop of buying things, buying the new
Yeah.
shinies.
But it's not true because most of the cost that goes into developing a product has already been spent. Everything else they produce more is going to be cheap because the whole design process you only pay once, and that has
Yeah, but-
already been paid
But
for.
I'm not looking into I'm not looking into all the factors, and I'm totally right, and I'm on your side with that. But I feel like there's something I'm not seeing and everyone else is not seeing, which makes them, stick to this decision.
Yeah.
For most people, I'm hoping you're right, Marco, that you are that in December or for Christmas or what, they will be like, oh, look at us, we squeezed out another one.
I think so.
Yeah.
Don't you love us?
so-
We're the good ones. You
Yeah.
all wanted this, didn't you?
The only thing I just thought of when Marco was talking about that was wait, no, was it? I guess it was Simon. I don't know. When they talked about like people getting tired of it or like not buying into it, I wonder if they made a bunch of copies of Blackstone Fortress and people bought up Blackstone Fortress, and then they made all those expansion packs, and maybe the expansion packs had diminishing returns because they were pretty expensive. Like if you just wanted the miniatures, you had to pay for all the cardboard, and if you weren't playing the game, it didn't really matter. So maybe they like were developing Curse City while they were while Blackstone was coming out, and they had already sold themselves on developing it. So they already they had to bring out Curse City, but maybe they saw from Blackstone that like the ongoing support was not panning out for Blackstone, so maybe they pulled it back at that point. They were like, okay, we'll bring out the box, but we're not going to continue to support it.
Good
So we're
point.
not going to do as big a run. I don't know. Maybe that's what my current tinfoil hat
Yeah, I
theory.
can understand that.
Sorry?
But I can understand that, but with the whole bit with Blackstone was they didn't really give them much of a chance because the Zote went out of production within a few months of it coming out, because I remember it came out in that June, and then about 3 months later I was trying to get one in September and I couldn't get one.
I can't believe you
It was-
can't get a Zote anymore. I can't believe that like my one Zote is like a collector's item because it's like sitting on a shelf over there assembled and I haven't done shit with it. And I wanted to get like 2 to 3 boxes to like convert other ones, and now it's just gone. That sucks.
Yeah, it's like
I think it makes sad, but in a way sense that it's sort of a cricket, like it's a cricket, right? Grasshopper,
Grasshopper?
like
What do you
a
mean?
grasshopper marketing. We just produce things, and because I assume that productions, Marco's right, a lot of things are in, or a lot of resources go into producing those things.
Mhm.
But with all those computer modeling they do,
Yeah.
I think the actual design part is pretty is getting shorter and shorter. Like having
Mhm.
someone sculpted in green stuff takes way longer than having someone sitting at a computer and using bits already existing, and you know what I'm getting about.
Yeah.
Yep.
So they producing a model is getting cheaper and cheaper, and I think the bigger they get, the cheaper it is for them.
The bigger the company gets, or the bigger the
yeah.
model gets.
Yeah, no, the bigger the company gets,
Yep.
and they are producing things quicker, and
Yeah.
they just produce a certain amount until design has been paid for, and all the other things have been paid for, and then they get their piece of the pie to make the stocks happy,
Yeah.
and then they just dump it because they made the thing, and then they're done with it,
Yeah.
and they just move on to the next part, and that's where it's the it's not a grasshopper. How are those things called,
Cricket?
Marco?
What are you talking about? A cricket?
Yeah, those that form a swarm.
Oh, locust.
Locust.
Yeah, locust. Yeah.
Oh,
Like
they
a
just come
locust
and they take
market.
everything and then they're gone.
Yes.
I think you have a good point with the stock market, which is a principle that I just always fail to apply to product development. The stocks might be a thing that might influence this, because sometimes it's not about profit or just selling things. Sometimes it's about the stock.
Yeah,
What do you mean? Tell me
people
more.
have to, you have to distribute it, and people have it in their stores, and they have it sitting around. And think about you are not a Games Workshop, but you are selling Games Workshop products. You
Yeah.
want to buy things from Games Workshop. You want that the customers will rip off your hands,
Yeah.
and you don't have sitting in your shelves for ages.
Yeah, and maybe Blackstone was sitting on shelves for ages.
And maybe it's just sold just like Curse City, and it was there and it was gone and everyone was happy.
Yeah.
They made their money and they were done with it, and everyone who came last, yeah, screw you because you're slow.
Yeah. You got to get on Marco's buy it now marketing campaign.
Yep.
Yeah.
But before that, you have to look at my desperate tries to
finish your slug?
to show you my finished slug, and ask you if you you cannot see shit, right?
Oh fuck! I
see
love this
it.
beer.
I see it.
I'm
But
like
it's-
drinking weed right now. It's amazing.
That's unsharp. Is it?
Not in focus.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me try if I can get your hand behind it. Maybe. I know you put it on.
I'm having a black thing behind it too.
Put your hand behind it. Let's see what happens. Back it up. Bring it down towards your chest a bit more. Towards your chest. Yeah, now we can see more of it. Looks pretty good to me. I'm not gonna lie. Discord kind of eats some of the video quality. Is it done?
Okay. Yeah, I think so. I'm
love
not
the
sure.
like pink underneath and the like bluey greeny like upper part. I think that's a really great contrast.
And it well, my favorite part actually is like the behind part.
Yeah.
I have violet in the lower parts, and then it turns into a little bit green and brownish, and then it goes up to blue.
Simon, there's only one thing I want to see.
What?
Show me the baby poop.
The baby poop is down here, the green parts on the tree.
Okay.
But it's hidden below layers. I will add some leaves. But what I'm not sure about is I was planning on having the slug feet like all slimy, and I'm not sure if when I'm covering this whole area in gloss, if all those colors I worked in there will simply be gone by gloss. And I also wanted to add a little drip
more
of slime.
vibrant, won't they if you gloss them? Wouldn't it make them more vibrant?
It will.
Maybe.
It will.
I think so.
But it will also have to say exactly the effect that Simon said, that it might change something to be worse, not better.
I don't know. I think it should be sluggy and wet.
I think so too, and I think it should have a little slime drip.
Ooh,
Going there.
ooh, I
Of
like it.
course.
Okay. Okay. Then I'm listening to you guys. If I screw it up now, it's your fault.
That's fine.
You won't.
You
You'll be
are
doing
the
great.
Hydra.
And you know what? Next, I'm also finished for today, and I think this is one of the best models I've worked on in a long, long time.
Sweet.
What did you do? Oh, another Titan. I'm sorry.
know. I didn't say a word thus far on this, but I already posted it on my Insta. It's the Armiger class Inquisitor Acolyte piloting a small mech,
It's fucking
which
sick.
I wanted to be kind of special and kind of dark and spooky, and it's a really grimdark model featuring sacrificed, tortured Genestealer.
Wait, you're gonna
Magus,
put
I
a
think?
Gene Stealer on the on the top there?
Exactly.
Oh shit! I thought you were gonna put it on the shield.
No, it's going to be on top, like bolted to the top of the armor, and either sacrificed or still alive, but a little bit just to tease the hive mind. And
Look at me, I'm dying, and I'm alive, and I'm dying, and I'm...
yeah. And I'm really, really happy with the pose I got, which is always something that
Oh, it looks
those mechs just fail to be good, and I just wanted this big, huge, gigantic sword to not just be carried in a hand, just like in a boring pose, just like being heroically on the ground and just like standing threatening.
I
It's
like
gonna
that.
be great. It's gonna be really good.
And I like the cowl around the head.
Yeah,
That's one of my favorite
same
parts.
here.
What's the okay? Talk to me about the carapace because I just looked up the pictures on your Instagram.
Yeah.
Where did you get that back carapace?
It's a combination of some pieces from Taro Model Maker, but the carapace is from Legion Models, which is a Russian company. And
So I don't want to be a dick. I hope it looks better on the model. It looks kind of rough. Like everything else looks perfect. It's just that the detail on that carapace looks a little.
It's not. It's sharp as anything.
Okay.
Couldn't be any sharper. The cast is perfect.
Okay.
I
No,
haven't
I
seen it
more
direct-
meant the design, not the quality of the cast.
Same here. The design, the quality of the cast, it's all as good as it gets.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
Was it the one you put like candles up there?
exactly. But the picture I got was kind of shitty, and I really need to
The
take a better
candles
picture
make it
tomorrow.
look better, but the picture that you put on Instagram, it doesn't have the candles yet.
Yeah, exactly. The torches. And I actually bought a couple of different Armiger upgrade model kits to combine them for the effect that I got in the end, because the single ones didn't match what I was looking for. So this is a wild combination of parts from many different model kits to get the effect in the end that I wanted. And
No, it
it's
looks
really
so good.
Thanks.
I'm on your Instagram, so you know what I'm looking at. The dancing armiger.
Yeah. That
Hello,
was so
my
funny.
baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime gals.
And I really thought this was going to turn out good.
Baby,
It
my
was like,
heart's on. Oh, it's cute. It's very cute.
it was so funny just creating this, because when you invest your hours, your precious hours of free time, you really think this is going to be great. And I knew in the back of my mind, no.
You
But
don't
of
have
course
to
I was
say that
going-
you knew in the back of your mind. You can make a mistake like everyone else. You can be
It
like
was so
us, where
fun.
you're like, "Oh, it's gonna be great. This is gonna be great. This is gonna be great," and then at the end, you're just like, "Oh fuck, what have I done?"
Absolutely, it was exactly like this. Like it's gonna be great. There I was like, is it great? Yes, of course it is. Sure? Yeah. Well, and of course I knew it. Of course I knew it looked like shit. And of course I didn't want to accept reality. And in the end, at least I was old and experienced enough to face it and thought, no, no, this is funny as hell.
So
Which is a good story.
my work for today was getting these armor plates sculpted up. Oh shit! This is the part where I break the dominatrix again.
Yeah.
I call these the Batman plates. Hold on, let me see if I can fix this. Because they're like
The Batman plate.
scalloped. Is scalloped the word I'm looking for? It's like, oh no, wait, hold on. Where's extreme close up? So they've got the like kind of like weird angles down the middle. Yeah, so I got these detailed out. Fun story, when I was sculpting this bottom one, I totally put a giant fingerprint in it. I was like, fuck, I hate myself.
No.
And I only found out when the epoxy putty was almost entirely cured, so I just like got really rough on it and like mashed it back to like normal shape. But I'm pretty happy with how those turned out. And then I'm not going to put my finger in it. I also shoved my finger in like the top part of this one, but now both sides are done. This is why you don't sculpt both sides of a model at once, because you will shove your finger in one side or the other.
Of course.
Yeah.
Always, yes. Oh, this has happened to me like with my slugs so often. Like, oh yeah, I'm so happy how this is looking. No.
The
Damn it.
worst.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think I'm done.
Good.
Pretty
I'm not.
happy.
I'm just adding some leaves.
Good. Flynn, how you doing?
Very tired.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, you're still suffering from your if you need to go, man, you can go.
Well, if we're going to finish up soon, I might as well stay to the end.
All right, well, let's finish up soon then.
To flock or not
Let's
to
check.
flock?
A little bit of flock, not too much.
Tom Wilson has gone. You can get a fantasy vote from Blood Bowl though.
Oh, it's so ugly. And it's
Because of it.
Forge World.
Yeah. Doggo. Dog. I'm just waiting for the comments to go now.
Got anything else in the comments?
So, Kazan earlier mentioned that there's been a queue already on the Games Workshop website, like we spoke about, and
Oh,
Tom Wilson said
now?
there's actually a queue on Forge World as well. Yeah.
I saw the queue last week when I was like, hey, I'm going to go see how much the Gaunt's ghosts were. And they're like, please wait in our queue. I'm like, never mind, I don't care. Is this a new thing? Has anyone seen this before? The like queue system?
No.
So, Navarro said it was like a test. They did it as a tester for this weekend when they're going to be putting up the Age
The
of Sigmar third edition
Dominion?
box.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I have a feeling it's going to be a bit like Indomitus, but they're doing it already. Like you've got a 2-week orders period.
Oh, they
So they
do?
said that
Okay. How are okay, so I
they
don't
said
believe that Games Workshop can do that anymore, because Games Workshop has been selling out of their releases in like 10 minutes. How are they going to do a 2-week queue?
Because they did that exact same thing with Indomitus. Like, oh, it's going to be available for 2 weeks. You can
They
put your
said
orders
that.
in.
I forgot.
It's sold out, and
Shit.
it sold out within like 10 minutes. So it's like
Damn.
when they said that, I've taken. So I'm not going to be getting it anyway because I don't have any affinity to go and play.
Because really, there are no
Well,
giants in it, Flynn. We know where your priorities are. There's no big beefy lads in it, so you're not interested. Oh wait, there's that
The
troll.
other thing,
You get the troll. That's a big beefy lad.
what I'm interested in is that spear chucker thing that they've got for the crawl boys.
Oh wait, is the troll in the box, or is that a separate kit that they're releasing later?
Separate.
I don't. Yeah.
Okay.
I just want to get that big, like basically that crossbow thing, and just give it to a giant.
Oh, giant. Nice.
Of course you will.
But
So, Marco, you know
Well,
how
I'm
you were
gonna-
talking about your most satisfying modeling project ever?
What?
You said that Armiger was your most satisfying modeling project ever.
No, just for some time.
Well, my most satisfying modeling project for some time is this little beauty.
Of
This.
course it is.
Oh, no, wait, no, just this part. Oh, yeah.
The
See how
tail.
that fits in there? Oh, wait. I'm going to pull it out again. Oh,
Yeah,
Oh, there
keep
we
it in.
go. I'm going to put it in.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ah,
oh, look at that. Look at that. Don't look
looks
underneath because it's a bit
so
rough, but I'm
good.
so happy that this worked out.
This looks so good.
You know, people say a lot of really nice things about how I should help design Tyranids, but this is the first time I felt like I have the potential.
Wow.
Oh, I made it fit. Yeah, it's perfect. Sorry,
It's so good.
I could do that all day.
Do it
Nick,
all day.
Attilio,
No.
Yeah, go ahead. What's that, Flynn?
Attilio, he said he's finished your dice tower today.
Good man. Yeah. Try what you want, losers. I'm the one who's getting #1 dice tower from Atelier. Suck on that.
Nice.
And you know what I'm going to use that dice tower for, Atelier? My brand new copy of Stargrave. Because I got to be rolling some D20s for it.
Awesome. And we can use it once we get around to actually do that alignment thing.
Yes, I'll bring it to Germany for the alignment.
Yes, come to Germany.
Oh, dude, don't you worry.
Really?
Yeah, I got to do it for Simon's alignment thing. His event that's
Awesome.
going to happen.
Awesome.
But I'll
Get me
probably
in.
be in Dortmund, so you're going to have to come over and see us.
I will. No doubt about that. Get me in.
Shit, did I just dox you? Are we not saying where you live?
Boom, boom, boom,
Do you
boom.
care?
It's a big city.
Yeah, it's a big city.
I mean, you should come see us in Bavaria, because that's where Simon lives. Bavaria.
Oh, no.
Let's go to Bavaria. Don't tell your wife. She'll be so mad.
It's a big city, and Simon's a big guy. So, well.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for joining the stream. Oh, Kajan. Yeah, Atelier. Kajan's not on Instagram. So, hold on. Hold on. Flynn, feel free to drop off if you have to. I'm just gonna pull up the dice tower so people can see it.
I want to see that. So no.
Atelier. Bonjour. Bienvenue au atelier. Atelier, have I ever told you the story that if I ever got rich and I like opened my own miniature store, I was gonna name it Atelier? Just because I think it's like not like I think you're pretty cool and I love you, man, but not for that reason. Just because I think it's like a really beautiful word for like a store that has like my understanding of Atelier. I'm probably understanding this wrong. Is like a store or a workshop that has like everything you could need. Is that right? Am I doing it wrong? Anyway, so yeah, like
Atelier would be a place where an artist works, right?
yeah. So like that, I like the art vibe. I had like crazy ideas when the lottery set up like studios around the world, so I can go hang out in Germany and like work on shit in my studio, and I would call my studio my atelier.
Mm.
Sounds fancy.
Oh, it is fancy. I'm a very fancy boy.
Oh, you are.
Here
You
is the
are.
dice tower over and over again rolling. Oh wait, there's another more recent one. Yes, the first flawless cast of my mini dice tower. Woo! Is this the one I'm getting, or is this the test?
As much as I like the cast and the sculpt and everything, I think the machine that you build for that is even
Yes.
more amazing.
The Rotocaster? Does he have a picture of the Rotocaster?
Yeah,
Oh, here we go.
you had-
Look at this
Some
crazy shit.
this is so good.
Look at this crazy person.
Show it. Show it. Show it.
Give it a second. It'll come up. It will look like something out of Dark.
Yeah.
It is das Goldpartikel.
Have you guys never seen a
Das Zukunft.
Have you guys never seen a Rotocaster before?
No.
No, okay. Let him have his wonder.
Sorry.
Wait, what are my other weird German things?
You know what?
Chili Gong. Chili Gong is my favorite. Chili Gong.
The Colonial Marine flamethrower that I used at Simon's wedding was made in a Rotocaster. Like
Doubles
this.
as a Rotocaster?
It was made in a Rotocaster. Surprise.
Yeah, but did you build the Rotocaster?
No.
Because Atelier built the
Well, then-
fucking Rotocaster.
He built this thing himself to cast these towers.
Which is all kinds of impressive. No
I think to
doubt about
cast
it.
many things, but one of them towers.
So,
I have
Nick,
not seen what
Kazan-
else is on the menu.
I'm sure there'll be more. What was that,
so
Flynn?
Nick, Kazan is actually on Instagram now.
What
and
the
he
fuck? Are you
is-
kidding me?
Yeah, I might say this wrong, Kazan. I'm sorry, but I think it is Handeston. So
What?
ISHAND.
Oh, it's not Kajan 451? Oh.
Not Kazan 451. It's been taken by someone else.
What? Are you
Yeah,
fucking kidding
Hydra.
me? Who stole Kajan's name? Oh my god, Kajan's on Instagram. I'm following him. Get on it.
You know, I tried to look up Hydra.
Yeah.
and
Is it
see
someone
if I
selling
could-
bags?
It's some clothing things.
Always. I tried to look up green stuff store or something like that, and it's someone selling friggin' purses. Kajan, I'm gonna get you 1,000 followers. You ready?
He's serious by that.
No. Bullshit. I got you
He's
like
just-
what?
when you-
40? 10?
Like overnight, I had within 24 hours I had like 70 more followers.
No, but that wasn't just me. What's his name was posting you too? Wasn't it someone else?
Witticism. Will.
Yeah, and he's up in like making Space Marines, so he's the one with the real followers.
What? No way. He's not making Space Marines.
I thought he was. Okay, never mind.
No, he's that amazing dude from the lineman thing.
Oh no,
who's
I know
doing-
him. I know him. Don't worry. But I thought he had Marines as well. Okay, never mind.
No.
He's got some damn cool grimdark shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You just have to check out his vote he's running right now.
His vote?
Yeah, that he's apparently doing joining another competition where you build a knight and the retinue,
Oh, I saw. Okay, the retinue.
and he's asking people which he should do.
I
And
vote for number 1. Although number 2 is damn cool, but I vote for number 1.
me too. Number 1 is amazing.
So guys, I gotta go. I'm done
Yeah,
for
we
today.
all do.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, Simon's got kids and he's still rocking. Come on. What's your excuse?
I'm
I-
old. I'm old.
So am I. I
Yeah.
gotcha.
I need to get those leaves onto this tree.
Oh, right. You
Gluing
need
every
some
single
company?
leaf.
You need some
What?
company gluing your leaves on?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I think I'm just adding more and more stuff, and I should calling it a quit. I just one last question. What
Mhm.
what idea would you guys have for a streak of slime? Hot glue? Could hot glue
I'm
work?
not. I always hear
Oh.
that Yoo-hoo is the way to do it, but I've never done
Exactly. I would even say use Yoo-hoo and pour mix some ink into the Yoo-hoo and then pour it on because it makes lovely bubbles.
that. And while you're doing it, you can go Yoo-hoo, Yoo-hoo. Careful, your wife might come. She might think you're calling her. Yoo-hoo.
It's German glue, I hope you know.
Come here, mein Schatz. Yoo-hoo.
So
I just want to have a very little streak, not like the whole thing slime to the ground, just a little
Use glue.
dribble.
use Yoo-hoo. Just mix
Use
some-
Yoo-hoo. It's good German. It's efficient.
Just mix a tiny bit of ink or something into the Yoo-hoo, like some tiny bit of green, just for a hint of color, and then use Yoo-hoo because it makes the best kind of slime effects I've ever seen. Makes some bubbles inside as well. It's beautiful.
Oh, if you want bubbles in your slime, I discovered, you know those packages that come inside stuff that says like "do not eat," and it's like silica, desiccant
Yeah.
stuff.
I use it all the time while diving. Yeah.
Yeah, for bubbles, it's those are really good. Although sometimes they'll pop if you put them like I did it for when I did that crazy Nurgle box for the guy at Christmas.
Yeah.
For whatever Hobby Ho Vices. I
Okay.
put silica balls in there, and they work
Okay.
really well as little bubbles
Okay. Okay.
inside
right,
resin or
interesting.
Yoo-hoo. But sometimes they like break. I don't know. They like shatter. They pop
It's
along the
good.
middle, but
It's good for Nurgle.
they work pretty well.
What I
Okay.
use for bubbles is I bought a sheet of those half beads that you can glue on things, like for crafting and do your own thing, and that basically a plastic sheet with half bubbles on it.
Okay.
in all
Oh,
different
nail
sizes.
stuff. Wait, are these nail things?
Yeah, nails,
Nail
all
art?
kinds of things. Yeah, and I simply poured red silicone over it and made a mold from it,
Oh wow.
Wow.
and filled that mold with
Clear
clear
resin.
resin, and then you
Smart.
have like all the bubbles you want.
This is some Hydra level
Fancy
thinking right here.
shit.
This is how smart you get when you have 9 heads and they grow back.
Oh, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but I just got 7.
Poor dear.
Shit.
It's a better number anyway.
7's the magic number, right?
All right, you sexy beasts. I'm good and drunk, and Flynn is suffering from his second vaccine. I'm so jealous. I need it first.
There's one.
And all you lovely, magnificent bastards, thank you for joining the stream and for being awesome. And I hope you have a lovely weekend. Wait, what was that? I missed something.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
We'll do it again next
Thank
week.
you.
Yes.
And
maybe then with Gene Stealers.
oh fuck, I need to finish this dominatrix, and once I'm done this dominatrix, like I have 2 other commissions, but there will be some Gene Stealers. It needs to happen. I'm thinking Project Secret Father. It's been far too long, and too many people love that too much. I gotta make the Secret Father happen.
Go, go, go.
Okay, with that down, gentlemen, thank you. Have a good night.
You too.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye bye.
All right, I'm gonna wait for YouTube to catch up. And end stream. End it.